chat. They call it bookmarking, but I would call it pinning. But anyways, so that late arrivals, you don't have to repost things.
Yes, I thought that they also had changed. I can't remember if it's meetings or. I thought. Oh, I'm getting an echo. They also had changed. I can't remember if it's meetings or.
They had it in. They had it in team chat,
Oh,
but
getting
it's
an echo.
you're getting big feedback.
I can't remember if it's meetings or.
We are live. Sorry, I was troubleshooting that. It was causing me a lot of trouble. So I feel free to talk amongst yourselves.
Turn your camera on if we're live.
Yeah,
I love hearing my own voice. That's fine.
Yeah, David, FYI, we're in gallery too. Ready for you to start.
Yep. Just Zoom is not making this easy for me today. Bear with me.
You to start.
Mission control, flight.
Mission
Come
control,
in.
flight.
Ground control to Major Zoom.
To Major Time. All right, goodbye.
Major Zoom's better.
Welcome to the Zoom Test Kitchen where the magic happens
live.
Every Friday we're on air, testing tech to thrive.
You should dub that in.
I'm going to. I really am going to.
So sit back, relax, and let's see what's in our tech hacks. Zooming in, we're testing it all.
Live.
On YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be
Have
late.
a steak.
We'll dive into the settings, explore every single tab. Make sure your mic is clear, your camera not a drab. We'll show you how to host like a pro, manage like a king. With Zoom Test Kitchen, you'll be zooming with a zing. Zooming in, we're testing it all.
Live.
On YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. Whether you're new to Zoom or an expert in disguise, we've got tips and tricks. We'll open up your eyes. From polls to quizzes, we test functionalities. Join us live, see what Zoom does with ease. So if your meetings lag, or you can't share your screen, or if your audio echoes like you're stuck in between, we've got solutions, we'll show you how it's done. Zoom Test Kitchen, where Zoom fun has begun. Zooming in, we're testing it all.
Live.
On YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. So tune in, don't miss out on this tech fest we lead. Every Friday, Zoom Test Kitchen, where you'll succeed. We'll make your Zoom meeting smooth, keep the tech in check. In the Zoom Test Kitchen, we've got your back, no wreck. So tune in, don't miss out on this tech fest we lead. Every Friday, Zoom Test Kitchen, where you'll succeed. We'll make your Zoom meeting smooth, keep the tech in check. In the Zoom Test Kitchen, we've got your back, no wreck. These lyrics capture the essence of what the Zoom Test Kitchen does, focusing on testing and teaching about Zoom functionalities in a fun, engaging way. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. We've got your back, no wreck. We've got your back, no wreck. These lyrics capture the essence of what the Zoom Test Kitchen does, focusing on testing and teaching about Zoom functionalities in the fun, engaging way.
Well, hi, everyone. And now I have to go in and turn off original audio. For God's sakes, give me a button. I just want a button. Hi, everyone. Good to see you all.
No stress at your house, eh?
No stress at my house. Good to see everyone. I'm David, your friendly neighborhood rabbi and host and fellow panelist. And Mike Lotta's here, and he's a special guy. What? You are?
Oh, thank you. Well,
Yeah.
thank you.
What
And
view
everybody's
am I
still
in
in
now?
gallery too for that.
Am I
reason.
still in gallery view? Okay,
Yes,
now
sir.
I'm not. Now I got now we're back in, and now it'll change. Because when so wait, let's just
wait.
recap, because this is helpful for people. He just wrote you back, Mike. There is an app. It's an official app from Zoom called Livestream, which doesn't work. And it has worked. It has worked in the past. It's not working now. And it didn't work last week. And it's really frustrating. So then I have to go in. I have to get the thing, the stream key, and put that in. And it's a little bit of a pain. It flusters me, but it's okay. You used it an hour ago. Well, you know what, John? You're special. I don't know maybe it's my fault.
No, I'm definitely special because I've definitely got special needs.
No, it's worked for me also. I don't know what it is. Maybe I need to restart my computer. Who knows? But nonetheless, we're here. Mike is here. Frank shared a file in the meeting. What did you share? Wait, I don't even have my chat open. That's how.
You wanted a button. I got you a button.
Wait, now we have to show everybody the button. Hold on. This is, how do I do this? There we go.
It's very high tech.
I can't press that button. Hold on, I have to go like this.
Hours and hours of work on that.
I love this. This makes me so happy. Wait, I need to make it bigger. Look at that. Zoom. Oh, it doesn't get any bigger. Well, here, I have to go like this, I guess. Wow. Look at that. That's all I'm asking for. I mean, is it too much?
I really hope you're going to print that and put it on your fridge today.
All I want for Purim, because that's the next holiday coming up for me, is a button. Okay. Moving on. That sultry voice, by the way, was Mr. Frank, one of the most active Zoom community champions on planet Earth.
Well, there are other planets, but okay, I'll take that as a starter.
Now, that's why I said only on planet Earth. Don't get too big for your britches there.
Today the Earth, tomorrow the universe.
There you go. And Andy Lehman is here with his camera on. I'm so happy to see you, Andy.
For a bit.
How are you?
I'm good. Yourself? I'm happy it's Friday, though.
I'm doing really good. I'm enjoying the dudes and dads.
Thanks.
The dads and dudes and the dudes. And my creator shirt is without a doubt my favorite shirt. Honest to God. Honest to goodness. I was created to create. I love it. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. For us religious folks, absolutely brilliant. Love it. Tony Mobley, speaking of religious folks, how you doing, sir?
I am fine. How are you?
I'm doing okay. I don't have a button, Tony.
Okay.
I don't have a button, but no, I'm doing great. I
got a question for you when we have time.
Oh man, did you play with? Can you hear me now? So
I did not. I was putting the search for it incorrectly.
Oh
and
yeah,
so
it's not.
I didn't get it until you shared the proper
right
way it looks.
I decided, Hasmuk will appreciate this. I decided that I need my own meters, mostly because I can't figure out anybody else's. So I vibe coded meters. So it's called Can You Hear Me Now .online. Anyone can go see it. And it doesn't really work yet. But if you go to, if I click on start measure, first I have to choose the scene. I use it for something in particular, so nothing's hooked up now, but let's try.
What's the address? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me now .online. And
Thank you.
so here are my here are my meters. And look, I even made a little punch in button so that when I'm sharing them, boom, just it makes them a little bigger so everyone can see. I don't actually know what this is reading right now, if I'm being perfectly honest, because I'm showing you on a different computer, but it reads something. I made the numbers move.
Let me bring in the real thing.
No. Wait, don't, because I'm almost positive it's not correct. And I just let me live in my ignorance, in my blissful ignorance that I made something that works, please. That voice was Hasmukh Ajar. Hi, Hasmukh.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm great.
I was thinking of bringing in the meters, but I think we are all very audio compliant, so we don't need audio meters for
Pretty much.
unexpected vocal participants.
At this point, having audio meters is more of a flex than anything, I think. Although, you know what I learned, Hasmukh? Last week, I was doing as I was coding, I didn't code anything. As I was vibe coding this, I almost said coding it. I was doing some research, so I was learning about it, and I learned that podcasts, that Zoom, so Andy told us last week that Zoom actually, when they up your audio, they shoot for -18. And for podcasts, the numbers is usually -16, which I was really surprised at.
Yeah.
And apparently, Andy, I heard that on YouTube, it's -15.
It's
wow.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's all they like want all sorts of different levels.
Yeah.
I do
But
16
David,
for the podcast.
Yeah, David, it's based on the secret sauces of each company.
Yeah. I just remember in the office hours community, it was always sort of, 20 or 24. So this one shoots for 24, but I don't know. Interesting. Very interesting. John Drinkwater, what do you think about this?
Well, you know what I think about it because I put it in chat. So that's very cool of you. I like that.
Well, I'm not watching the
They
chat. You
make
think
it
I'm
up
just
in the.
paying attention to everything that you do?
They just make it up for the laughs.
Yeah. But there's got to be like I
didn't bring my drum set, David. Okay, back to you.
Oh, wait. Hold on. Do I need drum set?
Yeah, they made it up for the laughs.
Wait. Did you hear that?
And-
I don't know.
Yeah, was it?
Wait, I have to see now. I need this.
No,
I
you've
need
got
to turn
to
on
turn
original audio again.
original audio
Wait a
on.
second. Everyone, let's stop the meeting so that I can turn on original sound. And then there. Now hold on. I have to turn it off again because I don't have a freaking button.
Would you settle for a keyboard shortcut?
Yes, I would. I really would.
Okay, you'll have to install the app, but I'll send you one for next week.
Thank you, sir. Muddy, how you doing? Oh, wait, I never said hello to you, John. Or did I? Yeah, because then you told the stupid joke. Okay. Muddy, how you doing?
Doing great. Does Zoom OSC not have an original audio command?
No.
Go ahead, John.
It's in the app SDK, not in the APIs. So if we give him an app that he can install on his Zoom, and when it receives a keyboard press, as long as it's got focus, it will then switch over for you.
No, but you can in OSC turn on original sound for the OSC machine.
Yeah,
but
and that's why you need an app.
Anyone else, and that's
exactly.
my problem.
That's why you need an app in your Zoom, so it turns on for you
from my OSC machine. Yeah.
Got it. And actually, I was just thinking about this morning. I was in another event where someone was playing music, and it was like, oh, that's terrible. And then they turned on original audio, it was good, and then they came back in, and they sounded terrible because original audio was on. And on my production machines, I separate those functions. So I always have a second machine that's joined that is the content machine where I'm doing playback from and all the graphics and everything. And that's where my music goes through, because that one is always on original audio because I don't have my mic going through that machine. But yeah, I mean, that's the way I've addressed that issue is, but
That's actually fascinating. That's
yeah.
fascinating, Muddy. That's a really strong argument. And correct me if I'm wrong here, but to my mind, that's a really strong argument for using hardware, because for me, because I run everything through Ecamm through software, my voice and it has to all come from the same machine.
Sure.
But if I were using a hardware solution, I could have a me machine, a sound machine, a whatever machine, and then mux it all together through hardware in something else.
Yeah, and if you did share sound, so if you did the share to share sound, it would pick up your default audio device and you could play through that and you'd be heard, and it wouldn't be coming through the same channel as your microphone.
Right. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, and exciting to hear about next week's Tuesday Focus with Ecamm and cutting that show together with Ecamm tools.
Yeah, we just did we just the past couple of hours we were actually doing a rehearsal, our run through rather, and it's interesting the it works, but using Mukana with Ecamm isn't as it's not seamless. It's not, like I said, it works. It's just it's not seamless. So that's kind of the only challenge that I'm facing.
Because the output of the question is not just a clean browser source that you can key out.
No, so you don't have to key it out. It produces a lower third, which is basically a what's it called when there's a white background and not a green, not a chroma key. Luma. Sorry. I guess that's what it's putting out, but it's essentially a transparent background. So I can grab that. That's fine. The challenge that we're having is that what I'm bringing in, the overlay that I'm bringing in isn't updating properly. So when a question is updated in Mukana, I often have to send it back out of the lower third and then pop it back in for it to show up. It feels
not
to me
refreshing in real time. The kind of like you'd want
either that, or it may be an order of
operations. Yeah.
Thank you. Order of operations issue that I can't pull it up on screen until the active question is live or something like that. So, but yes, it should be a good show. They've got some really great folks coming on.
Cool.
So,
glad to be here.
I'm so happy to you're here. Peter Sargent is here. Hey, Peter.
Greetings, sir.
Peter's ignoring us. He's busy doing important things.
Am I?
So now that Hasmuk brought his meters in, we're actually not far off. Let's see if I can. Again, I'm not entirely sure what mine are. What mine are measuring, but let me see if I can do this. Add. So now if someone actually says something, so 2120, that's not bad. I'm kind of there, right? Yeah. Okay. I'll take it. There you go, my friends. Mine is moving a lot. See, yours kind of hangs out there. And then it takes a while to go back. Mine is very jumpy.
It shows maturity.
Yeah, but mine also has this mine has this pretty thing at the bottom. I like pretty things. That's good. There you go. Look at that. All right then. Enough of this silliness. So I put as the
David.
Oh yes. I'm sorry.
What were you just showing us?
Oh, I told people before. I just vibe coded a Lufs meter. So because I can't figure out any others, I can't get any of them to work. So I just made my own. And this one, I'm not sure it entirely works, but it's nothing to write home about. Thank you for asking though. So we never really had time to unpack the big release that we had a little while back. Let me bring up those. Yes, the 6.7 release. But this was it 6.7 something? 6.7 what are we in now?
6.7.5.
I'm in 6.7.6.
That's because we're on a Mac.
That's for Mac users.
Oh yeah, that was actually I thought that was cute. When I went in, when I saw 6.7.6 posted, I went in and I saw sorry, let me do this. And I saw that just little old Max got a little bump there. Clearly there was something
Yeah, it
some
was
little
just because you
problem.
like to feel superior, but that
Is
bit
that
was
what it was?
redacted. Yeah.
Yes.
I think it was to fix the CPU hogging
Is that what it
ramifications.
was?
Yeah, it was causing problems.
Andy, Ecamm just had an issue with that also, didn't it? Hogging resources.
It did if you had a Blackmagic deck link.
Oh, that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah. I brought my M4 Mac down to its knees with it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
That doesn't sound magical.
What is your card in? Isn't it a Sonnet enclosure?
Yeah, it's not an enclosure.
And is it loud? Do you find that it's loud or no?
Not terribly.
No?
I have it on the floor. It's not bad.
Cool.
In fact, I actually even have two cards in it. I have the HDMI card as well as the SDI card. So I actually have two cards in it.
Two of the Blackmagics that fit both in the Sonnet?
Yeah.
Cool. How many can the Sonnet hold?
There's two different Sonnets. The one only holds one card. The other one will hold three.
Ah, okay.
I don't think I'd want to try doing three different deck links into one device though.
That would be quite a lot. Yeah. So in any case, yeah, so we never really looked at kind of unpacked some of these updates. Here we go. It was the meaty ones. Oh, the My Notes feature. We never really found My Notes. We looked for it, but it wasn't there. Why can I not bring this over here? What is going on? Oh, I know why. Because this is full screen. Come on. There we go. So, sorry, I'm trying to bring my Zoom over. Here we go. So it still just says notes. Does anyone know if I'm missing?
Yes, try clicking new note and you might get one. Bottom right.
New note? I mean, that pretty much looks like it always did, doesn't it? I don't know. Just as a reminder, what's supposed to be different with AI-powered capabilities, take manual notes while AI companion transcribes Zoom meetings. Maybe I'll let me join this meeting so we can see. Let me name this something different. 2. Z Kitchen. Okay. And let me just disconnect audio. Sorry. Hold on. I know, I'm sorry. Leave computer audio. Go out of that.
Beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. I got to get into gallery view so we don't get that. Okay.
Bad acid.
I apologize for that. Okay. So now, if I
Wait,
so
are we in the past now? Isn't that when they usually do that? Like, do 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 do. Now we're in a past memory.
By the way, this camera here, the new camera is the David Hussein 2. This is, gosh, that's a good looking camera. That's the new what's that little guy called? The new OBSBot. camera. I've got tiny 3, I think. I mean, that's a darn good looking shot for a little tiny camera. That's this guy over here on my right. Wow. In any case, so now that I'm in a meeting, I wonder if the notes looks different. Just bring that up. New note. Yeah, I don't know. It's not, I'm not seeing anything. Wait, sorry, I got to change this back to gallery view. I'm not seeing anything. Okay. Well, notes is a bit of a flop.
It says in the notes here, no pun intended, that to deliver a notification, remind the user to start a new note managed in the Zoom desktop app settings. The notification is managed in the Zoom desktop app settings? Is that what they're saying?
When an automatic voice activity detection when audio event is accessed, I see the device micro deliver a note. I don't understand that.
I think they're talking about the notification, so I'm going to look at notifications.
Can be accessed in Zoom Hub and Zoom Talks. It also says below that it may not be available to all users right away. So it's entirely possible that we just don't have it yet.
All right.
Yeah. And then we've got the enhanced media add-on, which we learned all about. I still don't have a what do you call it? A Zoom account manager, so or a Zoom account rep. So I can't get it early. Sorry. Meeting coach, dynamic gallery. This we looked at.
Have others had experience with the enhanced media add-on? Has anyone added it yet? I know that it's, or my understanding is it's been enabled in after hours.
That's what I've heard.
But when I was talking with Justin about it the other day, it sounded like he was still having a tough time getting the benefits of it to come through, even when he was kind of spotlighting people and bringing them up. So I'm just curious if anyone has had any experience with it yet.
I haven't. The date that they said was March 21st. And the rumor from Ecamm is that they will be, because that's how I would access it, is that they will be ready by launch day to have it built in. But no, I haven't had any experience with it yet.
Can we go back for a second?
Sure, of course.
I changed my view to dynamic gallery because I've never used it before. And Peter's being cropped pretty badly. Like I only see half of 3/4 of his face. Muddy's face was kind of getting cropped a bit. If it's dynamic, I would think it would adjust a little.
Right. So what we're talking about is this is the regular gallery view. And then this is the new dynamic gallery in which well, no, wait a second. Maybe if I have to close this. There we go. That's interesting, actually. Did you notice that? When you have a side panel open.
Well, it's trying to do face detection. And of course.
No, but this is just, okay. So this is what it looks like. The dynamic gallery.
Right.
When.
Yeah, but it's only because of your screen size. Like if you change your screen size, it would I think adjust.
Well, yes. So I now have it almost full screen and it's square. But what I find interesting is when I pop something out on the right. Oh wait, now it did it.
Because of your screen size. If you change your screen size, then it'll go back to like a 3x3. But I think 9 is the max.
That's what it is. Thank you, Muddy. Okay. That's really interesting. So if you are not popping these side panels out and you have it, I guess, small, just really small, then you're going to get, but look at this. Even when I make it larger, that's the point.
I've now got 4 at the top and 5 at the bottom.
Right. Exactly. That's what I have now too. It's not consistent though. So there's that, but now full. There it is. Just interesting how it's making those choices.
David, what I did notice though is that it in that mode as host, we don't go to gallery on YouTube.
Correct. That's the same as multi-speaker when you're in multi-speaker mode.
Yep.
That also send what you send out, and I believe none of this is recorded either. I think we still have just gallery recording and speaker view recording, and so
yeah, it's only local.
Yeah. But yes, so multi-speaker, dynamic gallery, and speaker all stream speaker. Gallery streams gallery.
But if you did a local recording, would it capture it in this dynamic gallery fashion?
No,
Local recording is supposed to record the way you see it, right?
Let me see.
That's a good
Record.
question.
Request to record
Is it
to this.
is it just me, or does it feel like all of a sudden we're in Microsoft Teams?
Mm-hmm. And it drives me nuts because everything's not the same size. Like the top row is bigger pictures than the small one. It's driving me nuts that they're not all the same.
And the other thing I have noticed in meetings when I've tried this dynamic gallery is that it has, like you said, it's trying to use face detection, but like I'm trying to go off my screen a little bit to see if it'll pull over. And I wonder if I have to have the setting enabled that allows Zoom to kind of recenter, the kind of Zoom's version of center stage or whatever it's called. I wonder if I have to have that enabled in order for it to do that. The other thing that I've found is that for meetings that have attendees that are not a human face, right? Like meters or something like that, it really struggles. And it was like, it was kind of moving that I forget what the frame was, but it was like a logo or something like that. And it's moving it all around trying to find it was more distracting than anything.
Yeah, so what Muddy's talking about, the first piece was this auto frame my video, which I now have turned on. No, wait a second. Now I have to switch it back again. Yeah. Okay. So if I turn on auto frame my video.
No, it doesn't, because I turned it on. It didn't seem to do anything.
Yeah, it's not doing anything for me either. Yeah, my camera should follow me though. Yeah, okay. But that's the camera. That's not. That's a good thought though. That I would have wondered that also if that had to be on in order for that to work. So it auto frames, but it doesn't follow. Is that what I'm hearing? Like it's almost as if before it goes into this view, it takes a snapshot of the view, decides how to, or is it not doing that? Is it just cropping down the middle?
Let me go off frame a little bit. So I can see in my camera view, I'm still in Zoom in a rectangle, but if you switch to like gallery view and then switch back to dynamic, will it?
Yep. So there's gallery. Oh, look at that. See, again, I'm in dynamic now, but it didn't do that switch.
No.
Yes, but look I'm off at the side, and as you're making the width change, look, it's still keeping me in the frame and squashing the rest of the.
Oh yeah, look at that. And you also Muddy to a certain extent.
So
yeah, not quite as effectively as John though, but yeah.
Yeah, I got the blue socks on. If you change to blue socks, you'll be fine.
Fair enough.
Why? Let me turn this. That's got to be that's the issue. It's so finicky. And I'm not at all clear how it's making these decisions. Let me do that one more time without that pop out. So I've got gallery view. And now I'm going to do dynamic gallery. Yeah. Wow. Really interesting. I don't fully understand how it's making the decisions it's making.
I think Muddy's suggestion is right. It does seem to make a decision when you started moving. So focused in on me okay, but because Frank moved around, it didn't keep up with him and it lost him.
So you don't think it's not just kind of cropping down the middle. It's
It looks
actually
to me like
looking-
it's making the decision when you start moving, and if people have shuffled in between, it doesn't update. So as soon as you start moving that toolbar, it's decided where everybody is, and it's zooming in on their position.
Wow. Interesting. What's the value of this? Why would we choose this as a view over?
My understanding
Gallery?
is the idea is that it focuses on faces, right? So it's a fewer number of people, and because they're cropped in, their faces are larger, and so I think that at least is the why it was created. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Without dynamic gallery, I have a lot of black border right now. And when I turn on dynamic gallery, it uses all of the black space and makes everyone bigger.
Right.
But if you have 29 people or 49 people on your screen, I wonder how that impacts, because we don't have the maximum amount of people in the meeting that we could have on one screen right now.
Sorry, just you said in gallery you've got lots of black space. Do you mean in between cameras? Because I don't have that.
No, around the outside.
So I think that's all, because that also has to do with the size of your screen. Because if you look here, I've got a lot of black space, but as soon as I get to 4 people in a row, I don't really have all that black space.
You've still got black space at the bottom, haven't you, with the overlaps?
Yeah. Down here, absolutely. But again, if I imagine, right, I could clean this up certainly. So now I've got very little. Now let me go into dynamic and see what happens. I mean, you're right. It's still, yeah, it gets rid of some of that space. It definitely does. It essentially stretches everyone to the edges, so that every inch of space in the gallery view is filled.
That's the black space that Frank was talking about.
Yeah.
And if you do that, then it fills in.
Yeah.
One other interesting thing to note, when you are in dynamic gallery, you have the option as the person who selected dynamic gallery to still have your camera be full width. So if you go to the view menu, you'll see, I forget exactly what it's called.
Really?
Are you not seeing it there under the view menu?
No, I see.
I mean, I've got multi-speaker.
Okay, well, no, this is only in dynamic gallery, right? So in dynamic gallery, everyone is kind of cropped in. Maybe it's when you click the 3 dots on your own camera. I'm on a phone right now, so I'm not seeing the same interface, but
yes, there is expand self view.
Expand self view, that's what it is.
Look
and
at
so
that.
your frame will be full width.
Huh.
Why?
Interesting.
That's fascinating.
Because I'm important.
I
on
think
my
it's
screen.
my guess is
Sure,
it's to make sure to get a sense of what other people can see, right? So I'm off center, and if I were looking at dynamic gallery, I might think that I was out of frame, but other people actually, if they're not in dynamic gallery, can see me in the frame, and so maybe it's
almost like a
that's my
confidence
only
monitor.
guess. Yeah, exactly.
You're right, because this view is only local. If you like this view, but you want to make sure that you can see what everyone else is seeing, then you could do that. That's interesting. And I just turned on here, auto frame my video, and it's literally not doing anything.
It is auto framing on the one that's on your original one that shows the other machine. If you look at that, like, it's auto framing that.
It's auto.
Like the one there that has the green. Yeah. See, now it's
why is
framing
I
that.
see. Why is that moving? Oh, okay. Wait. Now it just started to
did.
move. Now it just did. Yeah. Now it just did. Oh God, wait, Josh is here. Okay, this is embarrassing. He just Josh Josh
Josh, we
had to
can't
see
keep
me.
still.
Josh had to see me fight through the last thing and with all of my screw ups, and now he's here and he saw me. And
Well, you said you needed more people in the gallery, so I figured bring my face.
oh, thanks so much.
I think this is a good deal for teleprompter view, just compressing the faces because you want eye contact most of all with the teleprompter view.
Oh, you know what? That's actually really interesting. So
What I do is I usually replicate because I don't want to hide my controls to get into it. I replicate the Zoom window that is the gallery. And so if it compressed it where I'm just looking at faces,
how do
that
you
would be a
replicate
plus.
the window?
I mirror it. So if I use OBS, I'll grab that window and project it into my teleprompter.
Gotcha.
That way I can still get to the buttons.
That's a really, I I hadn't looked at it that way before. That's actually a really interesting way. When I look at my teleprompter, which is I have one of those small Elgato ones. Um, yeah, the gallery view, everyone is much farther away because the frames are bigger. Dynamic gallery, boy, it brings everyone's face right up front.
Doesn't always cooperate geometrically either.
Right.
You've got excuse me, the different size rows and different things. So if it condenses everyone down and you have the eye holes looking at you mostly, then that's best for audience
And you
contact.
have, as Frank said before, you do have fewer people on screen, which
You don't really care about things like meters and logos and things. It doesn't really concern you much if you're just trying to make eye contact.
Right. I use it. My use for gallery is when I'm teaching, and I'm rarely teaching to more than 49 people, which is the largest gallery you can have. I want to see everyone's face. I want to know if I'm engaging them or if I'm losing them. And so having a fewer number of people in the dynamic gallery kind of gets in the way of that. But boy, is this this is a much better view in a teleprompter.
Should call it face gallery view.
Face gallery. Yeah.
David, we actually have a question from YouTube, and it is something that we've answered before. It's from PBELB, and he's going, why would they publish something that's not working? The docs also need updating to match the new flow on the website. Path to the sample app is also out of date.
I'm not sure what isn't working. I mean, every once in a while we find something here in the kitchen that's genuinely broken. I think a lot of times it's just a matter of figuring out how things work or how they're meant to work. I gotta turn off auto. That is like, it keeps moving. Why is that? Why is my, see, you all can't, see, you're not seeing this. Check this out. Let me show you what's happening here.
Well, didn't you just turn on follow me?
Yeah, but so I'm on a different computer. So why, I don't understand why that's moving. If you look at my screen, can I do this without, hold on.
Yeah, I know, David. I've been trying to spotlight you, but every time I do, it's causing grief.
So look at this. So now you should be able to see my screen now. Yep. And I'm looking at this guy right here. So this is, it's a little weird how it's coming in, but this is my main camera on this computer. And look at that. Why is it moving? I don't understand.
That's
Zoom. I don't have auto frame on though.
Well, because you're looking at it in dynamic gallery. So that's dynamic gallery. Correct.
Okay.
And it answers the question you don't need to have follow me turned on.
Right.
But yeah, it's trying to find out where the voice is coming from. It's like,
is it the voice? Is it voice or is it
I don't know. I just I noticed that it's showing as active speaker, right? Or at least it has the box around it. Maybe that's just because it's yours, but Yeah, so I don't know if it's trying to follow the voice or not, but it's struggling to figure out where to focus.
Right.
And
Okay, but that's dynamic gallery. Okay. I was confused as so it's interesting to me that it's because this has been moving quite a bit trying to find but when we move our real bodies move, it's not following quite as much. Sorry, I'm moving myself to try and see if I can get it done. In any case, so going back to the question, I'm not sure this. Oh gosh, hold on. Sorry, I'm not sure this is broken. Again, I just think that we're still learning. It's brand new, and we're still learning how to use it and what, you know, what.
Does it change the order when different people speak?
Oh, that's an interesting question. So in gallery view, well, no, gallery view doesn't change when people speak. But like Muddy just did, it changes when people raise their hands. Now let me go into dynamic gallery. Oh, I'm on the wrong one. Sorry. Let me switch this now to dynamic gallery. And if someone, yep, it still does that because Andy just raised his hand. Yep. Boy, dynamic gallery really doesn't work when you have things other than faces in because it's so distracted because like the meters are moving, everything. Yeah, it just doesn't know what to do.
We don't serve their kind.
It seems only allows 9 per dynamic view.
Yeah. Is that that's the maximum, I guess.
Yeah. That's in chat. Somebody's.
yeah, I think 9 is the
I think
max.
Frank put it in the chat.
It says that after 9, it creates another page, just like if you had too many people in a standard gallery.
Right, which we have here. You can see you've got that right there. Are people people are duplicated on this other page though. See, Muddy is here and he's down here. So it is forcing every page to be completely full.
Well, that's the same way. That's the same way regular Zoom gallery works. If you cut over the next, if you've got 52 people and you cut over to page 2, it overlaps the first, 30 or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that gallery page is also looking full. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
I don't know why it does it. I'm just saying that is the same behavior we experience from the regular gallery.
So if you've got so if you've got 12 people in dynamic gallery, you're going to have the first 9 and you're going to have the last 9 and 6 of those are going to be the same exact people. Gotcha.
You can still move people around in the gallery. So you have your 4 on top and then 5 on the bottom. So what it kind of naturally separates the dividing lines as opposed to the Brady Bunch where you have the grid system, the 4 and 5 kind of naturally diffuses that.
Yeah, and I can grab these and move them around as I wish.
If you prefer someone in the 4 row rather than the 5 row, you can.
Unless someone raises their hand, then I don't think you can move anybody.
Correct.
No,
you cannot move a video while someone has their hand raised. Yep. So I just got that.
Again, which is the same experience as the regular gallery.
Yep. That's interesting to me. Why I completely understand why you wouldn't want to allow people to move hand raised participants, but why can't I move other people why does a hand raise lock the entire gallery?
Because in order to, well, yeah, I guess you could free up the other side of it. I think it just throws enough variables to where it makes it programmatically complex. You start locking people into place and keeping them into place.
Yeah.
Yeah, along the same lines, I thought it would be neat to be able to hide someone from dynamic gallery, right? So if the idea is to focus on faces, but this is not, this essentially screen share, it's coming in as a video feed. But again, now you got a lot of granularity and, we're basically back to tiles at that point.
Yeah, and David, whatever mode you're currently in right now, we're in gallery on YouTube.
Oh yeah, sorry.
So it is
See,
very user centric. Like obviously that doesn't have a lot of value to the streaming displacement, but it has a lot of value for the usability for the user in meeting.
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
There's no dynamic gallery on YouTube being set, Josh. I don't know if you heard that from us talking earlier, but yeah, right now. So when I saw David's gallery, it was showing regular gallery on YouTube.
So here's a question. Can you drag someone to the second screen? Because I just realized, well, actually, that would be the way to get someone out of the dynamic gallery out of the first 9 is just drag them to the second screen. But I'm not sure.
You can.
Yeah, you can. You can. And I apologize, Frank. I'll put you back as soon as I can.
What happens? You just drag them off the screen and they.
I did it from the second screen. So if you swap the positions in the second screen of the overflow, then you can put them in place. Also,
you can do this. So
another
sorry.
trick is if you go to regular gallery and define your first 9 and then flip back to dynamic gallery, I believe it holds it.
Interesting.
So do me a favor.
So that works because there's overlap. And so as long as you drag them past that overlap, they don't show up on that first 9. But if we had, 3 screens worth of people, I'd have a harder time. But yeah, okay, I get it.
So here I'm in dynamic gallery. I don't want this. Oh, shoot. You can't do this when you're spotlight. Okay. Can you unspotlight me and I'll just talk and that'll bring me to the front. So if I don't want this camera right here, I can just drag it off to the right and pop it there. Now it's on the second page. I could do the same thing here. So I can kind of clean up. Wait, that didn't work. Oh, because I don't have enough people. But if I go over here and I drag, wait, who is not on this? Yeah, I don't have enough people to make it work. But hypothetically, you could, oh, wait, I can bring Peter over. There we go. So now I have oh no, what happened? Why did that come back?
What seems to work for me is just setting it up in regular gallery view. I was able to hide my own image, but now I'm showing.
All right, so now I've got, why does that keep switching?
Well, because it's you. Like that's where your mic is coming from, right?
Oh, that's what it is. Thank you. Right. And I can't turn that off. Okay, but you can. So you can set this up, but it's not going to stick because whoever speaks jumps to that first. Is that what's happening?
Because it's dynamic. Yeah. See, so I took myself out of my dynamic gallery, and then as soon as I said something, I'm back.
It brings you right back.
Which is yeah, it's kind of what you want. So you're only talking to, if there's some quiet folks in the back room, in the back of the room, then it brings the most recent speakers to the top.
Right. Whereas with gallery view, I can't, I can move people around, but unless you've got, can you drag people to different pages on gallery view? If you had different,
I think gallery view works the same ways where you can kind of, there's always like an overlap page. Zoom will fill up the last gallery with leftovers, trade-ins. So if you swap those paces on the last page, you have a little bit of exchange.
I was trying to bring more cameras in so we could see if it works, but I don't have 49 cameras to bring in, so I just realized that's not going to work. Okay. So now the dynamic part makes sense. It's not dynamic. Just that it crops into the face, but it like Josh, you said, it's going to bring the active people to the front and crop them in. Gotcha.
If you want to make faces, stay quiet long enough to slip into the back.
All right. What else was there in this update that was worth looking at? Anything else? AI Companion in-meeting user interface enhancements. So AI Companion, My Notes, and Transcription are accessible from the top right corner of the meeting window. So let me bring that up again. So here I am in our meeting window, and I've got AI Companion right here. Those are my streams. This is apps. Where are my, maybe because I don't have notes open? Let me open notes. I don't see where notes is available in the top right here. It says the My Notes menu for hosts and participants are unified and accessible when a user hovers over on the icon. Using the transcription icon from the top right corner of the meeting window, hosts can stop and delete transcripts. Maybe it's because I don't have transcripts running. Do we not have transcripts running? Let me see. Transcript. It's still not, it's not here. So I'm not entirely sure what. Okay. But maybe these things aren't rolled out yet.
Well, transcripts is running because I've got it up. But I
No,
do
I know it's
notice on
running.
the AI companion, it doesn't. I've got to click ask host to start AI companion. And I've clicked on it and I can't see any reaction at your end.
I've done
All right.
so
Well,
as
wait,
well.
let me give start AI companion. Okay. Okay. Now that I've started AI companion, now we can, now I've got this button here. Oh, look at that. See? So now I've got this button here that says transcription is on, meeting transcript for AI companion. Ask host to stop the transcription. Okay, but I still don't have the notes thing. Oh, wait a second. AI companion is on. Meeting questions, meeting summary, complete transcript, ask AI companion. And that just opened that there. Okay, but you can't actually do anything here. I'm not sure what this is about. These are just telling me what the settings are.
I would like to make a contribution to this meeting. You're welcome.
I'm sorry?
I just did it.
You just did what?
My contribution.
Oh, that was it?
Well, figure I'll feed the transcript. Put a couple extra names in there.
I'm not sure that I'm missing something here. It says, again, maybe I just don't have access to it yet. But my notes is not there. It's not part of AI Companion either. Role-based experiences. So for me, for a participant, this is what I see. For let me pull this out here so you can see this. For a host, you see, it's no different, but you see this. So basically it just says meeting questions, meeting summary, generate transcript, and I can open up my settings. Yeah, that's all. I don't see anything exciting up here. Okay. It's clearly not out yet. So for me, at least. For me. Anything else in the notes that I may have missed? Copy meeting link. Enhanced. Oh, the meeting coach with metrics. Post meeting. We practiced with a Zoom.new, which is very nice. You have to do it quickly. Although at this point, I'm so trained to go into the app. Hasmuk and Frank, please. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to keep talking.
No, Frank, go ahead. I got a totally different subject.
Well, so do I. So it's.
Oh,
I mean,
good.
it's still about the release notes or whatever. Earlier in the meeting, I don't know, you were trying to get the stream going, David, so I don't know if you noticed. We were playing with the new, they're calling it bookmarking. I think a better word is pinning. In the meeting chat, you can pin messages.
What's that? I didn't know about that.
So for a long time, people have been unhappy with Zoom meeting chat because if you join the meeting late, you don't see the previous conversations. Now you can pin something, like if you had an announcement that you wanted everyone who joined late to see. I'm hoping they'll see that too, but you can pin in the meeting chat stuff. So,
well, look at that. All right, so here's what's going on there, folks. So I'm in now. This is a host. This is the host account, and here's my chat. And
you can pin without being a host. I tried it earlier and I was able to pin.
For everyone or just for you?
It said pin for everybody.
Yeah, I saw his pin. It's funny though that in the notes they're calling it bookmarking, but in the chat it even uses the word pin.
The word pin. Why would I don't want anyone to be able to pin things? That seems like a terrible idea. Okay, well, let me show everyone how it's done. So Josh sent just a regular chat here. I've got the respond, the reply, the add reactions, and then the 3 dots. And I now have pin for everyone. I also have create task, which I want to look at later, but pin for everyone. And now it's very obvious up at the top here. So can someone else, can you all unpin what I just pinned?
I don't have that option. Is that only a host or co-host option?
Yeah,
Frank
I get the option
message.
to unpin for everyone.
Frank just unpinned my message.
I was not a host. I pinned.
Yeah.
But Frank just unpinned me.
How dare I?
Yeah, and I have pin for everyone now. So,
I think they need some more controls around that.
Yeah, this seems like a terrible idea.
I find the create a task interesting, though.
I would like pin for myself. Like in the meeting, if I'm not host or co-host, if I can pin for everyone else, why can't I pin something that I find relevant for me and it sticks, you know?
It seems that you have to be a co-host at least to pin.
I'm not a co-host.
No one's co-host except for Mike now.
I only have copy or quote under the 3 dots.
What version of Zoom are you? Yeah.
The latest. I just checked and it said I'm on the latest version.
6.75?
6.76.75.
Oh, because you're on a Mac, right?
Yeah.
Macarena.
So again, it's one of those, it's rolling out maybe, or they're testing it perhaps in different areas. I love the idea of being able to pin a message. You know, if you're in a huge session, pin a message at the top that says, if you need support, go into this breakout room, if you know, or even instructions on how to do something. But
we have not determined if late arrivals see the pins.
Oh, that's a good question.
If you want to pin something, I'll leave and come back and see if it's pinned for me.
Is something pinned right now?
I'll go jump on my computer and see if I can see it.
Pin something now.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Or wait till someone leaves, then pin it, and then if they I'll do it.
No,
I'll leave.
I want to do both. So wait, don't leave yet. So now one person left. Now you leave and then come back, and I've already pinned a message. So I want to see both. If a brand new person comes in, do they see a pinned message? And if someone was here and they left and then came back, do they see that message? One thing that you'll notice is that, and again, this is nice UI, I think, is that not only do I see it pinned up here, but the message that I pinned is also visible down here. Josh, what is that? You got a message that says this message was created in your absence?
I'm just talking like a robot.
Oh. Okay.
I figured I'll create it. So I'm creating history that the new joiner will not have seen. And so the question is can you pin it and then they will see it when they arrive?
Okay. I see.
So,
So, Frank,
not
do you see it?
I do.
Now, can you see anything else in the chat or just that?
I think I get the whole chat. Yeah,
Oh,
the
it's
whole
interesting.
chat's here. But I was in the meeting previously.
Right.
I wonder if I was just joining anew and I hadn't been in the meeting previously, what would happen?
I see
Muddy,
nothing in the chat.
you see nothing?
Nope.
Okay, so the difference was, just so everyone knows, again, the difference was you left the meeting, Muddy. I pinned the message. Then Frank left the meeting and you both came back. When someone was in the meeting, when the message was pinned and they come back, they see it, apparently along with the rest of the chat. When someone leaves before the message is pinned and then they join, then they don't see it.
Maybe. I also came in on a different device than what I was on before. And
Even better.
I don't know. I think I'm part of the ongoing meeting chat. Like that was the other question I had for me. Like this meeting has this ongoing thing, and I think I've joined it. But I don't know if that has anything to do with whether I have any continuity with the pinned chat. But
How many messages?
I wouldn't think those are related.
How many messages can you pin?
Let's try. It's a good question too. I'm gonna pin that one.
Ooh, you know what?
It
I
only
wonder
says
if this is
replace
a version
current pin.
thing because I don't have pin as an option in.
It's a 6.75 or higher feature.
Let's see what this machine is on.
So this has a philosophical question for me. If everything is urgent, is anything urgent? If everything's pinned, is anything pinned?
Well, you can only pin one thing. So
It says I'm on 6.7.5 on a Mac.
Right. John is also on 6.7.5 and he doesn't have pin. As far as how many things can you pin, you can only pin one thing at a time. It says replace current pin. But here's something else. So the message that I got says a message is already pinned to the channel. So you could, I wonder if I create a new chat and I add Frank and I add Josh and I add Mike. Can I pin one message here? This is a message. Now I can, oh no, you can't. It's only in the everyone chat.
Right. Again, you got to take the consideration that what you wanted to do there, David, is you just basically private message to all three of us. That's not chat. That's not the in chat messaging.
Right.
Because again, there's a lot of team chat integration with that now in the workplace app now too. Because if you're, you know, as an example, as John and I, because we're linked up, our chat from this meeting continues in our team chat. So
is
and
this
interesting? I just opened the team chat on my phone because it prompted me when I left the meeting on the phone. It said continue, click here to open the chat, which I did. I see a pinned message by Zoom Test Kitchen in the team chat.
Right. So that's
so when you say only one pin per channel, I think that channel means like in meeting chat plus team chat because that's a combined, like there's continuity between those two.
Right. So this
and I also know that in workplace chat, you've been able to pin messages there for a little while. I mean, I've been in group chats in workplace chat that are not meeting chats that have had pins on them. So the whole idea of pinning, I don't think is new. I think it's just in the meeting.
So we pinned this message in the meeting, and you can see it's also pinned over here in the team chat.
Well, on my side, not only cannot pin, but I don't see any pins at all. So when you pin something, in my chat, I see nothing pinned.
I think, Hasmuk, we're both running the same OS on the same operating system and same experience.
Oh, you have the same problem?
Yeah, I'm the latest 676.
Yeah.
You don't see it.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, Josh, are you guys on both? What version of OS?
Mac starts with an S.
Sonoma.
That's it. Yep. That's the one.
No, it's Sequoia, isn't it?
Sequoia.
Oh.
Now I gotta look.
I'm on an old OS and I can pin and unpin and see the
No,
pins.
it's Tahoe. We're on Tahoe.
I'm on Tahoe.
No, you're on Tahoe. I'm not on Tahoe.
Not on Tahoe, no.
Yeah, I'm on Tahoe.
But I'm not. I'm far behind Tahoe and I can still do all these things.
John, go ahead. And then Frank.
Point one, it is my belief that it's got nothing to do with your version number. It's got to do with Zoom servers, because the chat window is just a HTML window created by Zoom. So there could quite easily be a number of servers out there that don't actually have the feature left. That would be my theory why some people are having it work and some people don't. Yeah, irrelevant of numbers. And another chat related thing that I've noticed, when we run Toastmasters meetings and you do a speech like I did last night, everybody writes a little message back to you to say how good the speech was or how bad the speech was, etc. And you used to get all the little icons piling up across the top. I noticed last night that they now just stay on one little button. And when you press that button, you can see a list of all the people that sent you a personal chat, and then you can pull up those messages. Much easier to work. If everybody wants to send a private message to David, then he can turn his microphone on and tell us what it looks like.
Hold on. What? I'm just sending some messages so we can see this. All right. So I just sent Mike a message, and there's Josh just sent me a message, but I still have, they're all still piling up. You mean you click new chat?
No, get a lot of people to send you a private message, David, first.
Okay, a lot of people send me a private message, please. And then here, I'll pull this up so that we can see it happening in real time. So Frank, you sent that message in the group, in that group chat I created. So people need to create new chats with me, apparently. So there's John did one. Oh, wait a second. So Josh, did you send me a private message or did you send it in that group chat that I started?
That's a good question. Let me make sure.
I ended up seeing it in the group chat.
Yeah. Okay. You did. So that wasn't private. Okay. So, I mean,
well, David, it is a private, but it's a private group chat. Not to
no.
I
understand, but it wasn't private between Josh and I. So is this
right.
what you were talking about, John? That
yeah,
now,
that's the bit.
So you've got you've basically, you can have, depending on how large your thing is. I mean, the minimum you can have is everyone, and then 2, and then you'll have a more button, and with a drop down. And that wasn't the case before. It was like an infinite scroll.
They
to
were
the
trying
right.
to, yeah, and people were getting confused because you just got lots of buttons and no one knew where they were.
Right. And now presumably, if Peter or Mike messages me again, let's see what it'll look like. I should get so Josh, I definitely won't tell him about that secret thing.
Is there a
Peter,
message pinned at the moment?
No.
Okay.
And you see it starts counting up the number of people in that you haven't seen a message for in that column.
Right. So now I've got 2, and if I go down, I can see where those messages are.
Yeah.
Okay.
Would someone pin a message in this meeting? I have a theory. I realized something on my other machine.
Oh wait,
I'm going to
sorry.
rejoin.
There is. I lied. There was a message pinned. I'm sorry.
Okay, cool. I'll be back in a
There was
minute.
one. Yep. Okay. Frank, go ahead.
All right, I haven't tried this, but it's interesting. You can pin a message. I would like to be able to pin a file at the top. You know, let's say I wanted all of you to make meeting reflections, and there was a template or something like that. I would like to be able to pin a file. So in webinars, they have this thing called resources. I wish resources would come to meetings. I know someone's going to argue you can just use notes for that, but I'd like the resources thing in webinars, and I wish they were in meetings.
And David, you're on mute.
Sorry.
Speechless. That's why.
You can add documents. I'm just trying to find.
You can
something
upload a document to the chat, but I would like to be able to pin that document. I don't think you can do that yet.
So let me.
Right. Yeah, Muddy's got a report when you're ready, Dave.
Yeah, let me just. So I just put an image in the chat. Let me just see. Can I pin this?
Yeah, it says pin for everyone.
Yeah, so I can pin a picture. Now let me try and find an actual document.
Or any file that's supported.
Yeah. Well, this is a file.
Yeah, but pictures.
I know that's
might
why
be
I'm
special.
trying to find. I don't really have anything that's.
It's the same idea as a message. Imagine you've got late arrivals and you don't want to keep adding the same document to the chat every 5 seconds.
Right.
I know you could put it in notes, but.
So here's a CSV, and I just pinned that to the top.
Oh, okay. That's cool. We're learning.
So what happens when you guys... I really should actually not probably have that up here. But there we go. So yeah, so you put it in, you just add as a file, then you can just pin that to the top, I guess. Sean, what did you find? Welcome to Zoom Docs.
Keep seeing this, and I never use it. But when you create a meeting, you can add a whiteboard. I never have, but I know I can. But there's now a section underneath as well, which says you can add a doc. But my question is, where does that appear then if you add a doc to the meeting before you start it?
Wow, I never knew about that. I think that's something that they should have announced, or I missed it.
So if I go into docs from a meeting.
That has to be a Zoom doc though, right? Like an actual Zoom doc.
Yeah, it comes up with your list of personal Zoom docs when you click on the Add Docs button.
So presumably, if I created a doc, it would just be here for me. No, it would be attached to this meeting, but it would be in my Zoom docs.
But does it go into the team continuous meeting chat?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know I was able to pin a PDF.
Yeah, I did that before.
Thanks.
So. Muddy, what did you find out? Oh wait, did Muddy leave? Oh, I think he left again. Okay.
Yeah, he's probably still testing, but yeah. He'll be back.
Yeah. By the way, everyone, I have to skip out in about 10 minutes. I'll pass this to Mike. But Hasmukh, go ahead.
Thank you. Sorry, we covered some of this last week or week before. Coming back to Zoom OSC, Zoom ISO, and Companion. So I've been using gallery position in the Zoom module. And way back, there was something called target ID, which I see is no longer available in the latest and current modules in Companion. Then what is available is participants. So participant 1, participant 2, I assume as the folks join the meeting, they get assigned sequentially, participant 1, participant 2. Then we had the other nomenclature called screen name that I think somebody mentioned 2 weeks ago. Why don't I use screen name? Screen name. So the only two things I see is gallery position and participants in the module. Anyone has any experience with this at all?
With which, there is no such thing as screen name.
Say again?
There is no such thing as screen name per se. It is the name that gets populated in on the button by participant, as a participant.
Participant. Yeah.
Right.
Well, it says participant 1. It doesn't populate the name.
Mine does.
Oh, it does, based on the companion. Okay, got you.
Yeah. And of course, I think at least when I was seeing the chat flow through on the Discord channel,
Mm-hmm.
I think the confusing factor is, remember, it still behaves the same way on the regular participant list. Somebody raises their hand, they float to the top.
Yeah. So what I'm trying to achieve is that if I know there are certain participants who are going to join a meeting and they discipline in the manner in which they're going to name themselves in the meeting, is there a way to pre-populate my pre-assigned buttons on the Stream Deck? That's what I'm hoping to achieve.
You could probably, let me think of that. You can get this, you can check for, as you say, the disciplined name, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could write logic in Companion to check for it when somebody joins, and then
Assign them to
a save their participant number button.
But you won't know if they participant number until they actually join the meeting.
Correct.
Mm-hmm.
You save it.
Yeah, so I think it sounds like you can only achieve this exercise once people have actually joined the meeting.
Well, you could in the programming, even on Companion, you could do a check, right? It could be a trigger.
Mm-hmm.
If you see this name, then do this.
Right, got you. Okay. So if this, then that is something that you could look at.
Yeah, I mean, the latest version of Companion does have if-then logic now.
So if this is the name, then assign that to this button. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And that will drag the participant number along with it.
Yeah.
So it may look strange if you choose to display the participant number, because you might have participant 40 followed by participant 1. It won't be numerically. But
Exactly. Yeah. In Discord, Justin suggested that what I do is take the selected participants and put them into a group, so then they stay in a group.
Right.
So then you have better control. So if you have 4 or 5 remote talent,
right,
you can put those 4 or 5 people of remote talent into a group, and then assign them accordingly. And then you can trigger some of the lower thirds you want to bring in depending on the button that person belongs to.
Right.
So if I press talent number 1, I can always say bring up their lower thirds from whatever graphic I am using to assign that. Okay, got it. Thank you.
Hey. Muddy, what did you find?
So it did not have to do with versioning. It had to do with account sign-ins, at least in my experience. So It was on my phone. As I mentioned, I could see when I left here, I could see the message pinned in team chat, and it sounds like that's been there for a while, but I logged in, I left the meeting, a message was pinned. I came back on my laptop. I could not see that message or any messages in the chat. What occurred to me is that I actually wasn't logged in to any account when I joined the meeting from my laptop. And I couldn't see anything when I wasn't logged in. So then I left the meeting. I logged in to the same account, my primary account, where I have not only joined the meeting previously, I've accepted the team chat. I've accepted the kind of ongoing chat. And when I rejoined the meeting with my main account, I could see the pinned message and I could see all the messages. I could see all the chat history from the beginning of the meeting when it said meeting started. And I could pin and unpin. Then I left and I signed in with a different Zoom account, an actual Zoom account, but a different account that has never been in this meeting before and has not accepted the team chat. And I couldn't see any chat. I couldn't see any history. The chat was completely empty when I joined. So what that tells me is pinned messages would only be visible to someone who has accepted, well, my theory is pinned messages would only be visible to someone who, if you're in the meeting, actually, I think if you're in the meeting, no. Because even when I was in the meeting, when I wasn't signed in with an account, or as I was signed in as a new account, I couldn't even see that there was a pinned message, even though there was. Like if someone unpinned and pinned during that, I couldn't even see it. Pinning wasn't an option for me if I wasn't signed into an account. Also, if I wasn't signed into an account that had this ongoing meeting chat accepted. So I don't know. For me, and it'd be interesting to see if I had an account. Well, actually, no, because I was signed in with a Zoom account, a legit Zoom account, paid Zoom account, but it wasn't one that has accepted this continuity thing. I don't know what it's actually called. I keep calling it that. But I couldn't, not only could I not see messages, I don't think I could interact and pin. That's the part I don't remember. If I could interact and pin with a message. But I certainly couldn't see previous ones.
Yeah, this is definitely going back to what Andy said earlier. Andy, go ahead. Talk about what you're talking about when it came to pinning.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the fact is just that what Muddy is seeing is that he can't see the pinned messages because he can't see the continuous message chat because he hasn't accepted that. Like, I think when you accept that, then you can, if you come and go from that meeting, that continuous chat lives and exists. But if Muddy hasn't accepted that, then even though he's on a paid Zoom account, his paid Zoom account can't see the history of the meeting that if he's never been in that meeting. So I think there's really two separate issues here as far as who can pin and not. So I would be interested to see, like, wasn't it Hasmuk that says he couldn't see the pins either?
Yeah, I also the concept of continuous chat. I don't. How do you exercise that option?
I'm not sure how you call it up. I'm not sure how you get added to it. I don't know that. I know that you can make it available as a in the meeting.
So I've seen the light. I acknowledged the group chat. So if you go into your workplace window, you should have an acknowledgement that you have to accept. And then once I did that, now I see the light. I have the pins. I see the pins.
So it's almost sounding like what Andy was talking about is that pin functionality is coming from team chat. It's not in true meeting.
I I think that probably is true. I think just in the past, it didn't really matter if there was a pinned message in the team's chat or not. You know what I'm saying? Like if a week ago we would have tried this, or 2 weeks ago, and we pinned something in the continuous meeting chat that we've had going for a while, I don't think it would have showed up in the meeting. Now I think all of what they're doing is saying, okay, we're surfacing that in the meeting chat also. So I do think it's probably a feature that's reliant on continuous meeting chat.
Yeah, and again, that's only fairly new that you could actually do that now too. Go ahead, John.
I have my notes running in my local account here, and if I enable it, I can hit start taking notes and I can take an audio note. But the weird thing is I have to turn the microphone on. So I don't know if anyone who had been in the meeting would hear those as well, but my notes is available. And if it is available, you will see a pencil drawing a line icon on the top bar. So that's how you'll see it.
Josh, can you show me where you shone your light to see that accepting continuous chat? Is that within the Zoom window or the Zoom Workplace app?
It was in my workplace window. When I looked into team chat, waiting there for me was an acknowledgement to join. And I posted into the group chat. There was a caveat that was posted. I'm not sure what that entails, but it did give me a little unable to join the chat. But I have joined the chat, so I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll double check some of the host settings, see what's going on there, Josh.
But I can pin now. I pinned Tony's comment. And I think I can, let me see. Can I unpin it? Unpin it. Unpin. Ta-da.
And I did verify, even though I'm signed in, it has nothing to do with being signed in or not signed in. It has everything to do with accepting the continuous meeting chat, because Muddy 2 is in here on my laptop with a signed in account, a paid, actually an enterprise account, but it's not one that has accepted continuous meeting chat, and I don't see pins, and I have no ability to pin or unpin anything. So
yeah,
sounds like it has everything to do with the continuous meeting chat.
Yeah, it's starting to sound like it's the crossover. Muddy 1 and Muddy 2 got to run. Bye, Muddy. Take care.
Have a good one.
All right.
I just posted in the continuous meeting chat outside of the meeting, and it showed up in the meeting chat.
Right. Yes, that's another functionality of it too, is that, yes, so should there be down the road, you have something that you want us to see in the next meeting, in theory, we should be seeing that as soon as we connect for the next meeting, because of it being recurring.
It doesn't just happen while the meeting's live? Like, of course, it's going to persist in the continuous meeting chat, but
right,
it should only show up in the meeting chat when the meeting's live, right?
Right. Now you got me thinking if that actually will happen when we should see it when we rejoin again, maybe not.
Is continuous chat dependent on paid or free account at all?
Good question.
I hate those questions because I don't deal with that.
I'm pro. John, I think you're using pro. Pete, I think you're
pro.
Pro,
and Josh, you also got a pro account.
I do.
I think
I'm using business and I don't have it at the moment, but I think I don't have continuous chat enabled.
You have to turn it on in your admin settings.
Okay, got you.
Yes, that's the infamous admin settings again too.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Some organizations don't want continuous meeting chat because they could be subject to things like freedom of information requests and stuff.
100%.
Okay. Discovery.
Or they have
the magic word is discovery, Frank.
Yeah. Or they have another tool they use for that sort of thing, right? Like Some places are Slack companies, and you can get integrations with Zoom through the Zoom Marketplace for things like Slack. So maybe you already have a system that's well established, and you don't want to duplicate it, right?
So I'm in here with my free account. So I'm gonna go to my admin and see if I can. Is that option available for continuous chat in the free account, even in the backend? Or you're not sure? Okay, I'll check.
I deal with enterprise, so I'm not sure what happens.
I'm sorry,
with these.
sorry.
No,
Frank,
it's just I just don't know. That's the thing. I'm not sure if it's free or not.
Okay, I'll find out.
I think as long as there's one paid license, I would imagine it's based on the host, right?
Gotcha. Oh, okay. I'll see you later.
All right, Housebook will be right back.
Either that or he's giving us a sideways excuse to finally go to bed.
Yeah, it's late where he is.
Yeah, that's true. So, Craig, say hello to everybody on Zoom Test Kitchen. You're new to me, and I didn't recognize you in the waiting room. So, let us know who you are and give us a little history on you.
This scary moment.
Don't be afraid.
Working away, and it's like, oh, I still have that on. Yeah, I hadn't been part of one of these before, so I thought I'd drop in. So I've been part of office hours for quite a while. Do a lot of the back end stuff, and I've been a panelist and that kind of thing.
Cool. I will add you to the safe list. You're not officially a Zoom bomber anymore to me.
Nah.
Can I stop hovering on the putting waiting room button then?
Yeah, we've done that before.
Security.
Yeah, I didn't throw you into the dungeon, aka the breakout room that you can't get out of.
Right.
We've practiced that, haven't we?
We have. We really have.
Stop, drop, and roll.
That's
that
right.
Houdini character was really tough.
Duck and cover.
Duck
is
and
what
cover
I remember.
under your plywood desk. That's gonna save you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right. So if there's any questions, let me see if my button works that David loves. Did it work? It worked. All right. So if you have any questions for the panelists, by all means, let me know in YouTube chat and we'll get that answer back out to you.
Have we talked about any of the liminal updates on the test kitchen?
No, go ahead.
The only one that's
over to you.
That I know of is graphics, right, Josh?
I had a boss who did that every time we had a meeting. If you raised an issue, it was your task to do.
We've been known to. That's a great idea. Yeah, like
what actually ended up happening is nobody had any suggestions in any meetings after that because you might be the person told to do it. So it just killed conversation.
Okay, who would like to continue this conversation? To be honest, I know that there were updates of a major 0.1 update in tiles, and there was a minor 0.01 update in graphics toolkit, but seems to be a lot of fixes. I haven't looked at OSC or ISO.
I haven't gotten any emails to indicate that they've been updated yet. I know they have. I know they have to be, because if nothing else, Zoom ISO has to be prepared for the 4K, right? Or the 1080p 60. Excuse me, 1080p 60.
Releasing new releases now. The 8K 120.
Peter's announcing new features that we don't know about yet.
What did he say? What did he say? No. Yeah. Again, yeah. So the 1080p 60 functionality. So yeah. So chances are, Pete, you're right that there should be Zoom ISO, a minimal Zoom ISO update coming soon that has that integration in. But of course, you have to make sure that the Zoom ISO account that you log in with has that 1080p on the license, 1080p 60 on the license.
But that functionality was added before Christmas.
So the let's see, did I have it? No, I thought I had it in there. I had it in my email, but I might not send it here, so probably best not to show. It's in my email. It said key features to check out in this open beta update. So this is for the graphics toolkit. Enhancements to the new access code feature, Oh yes. So you know how you would open your port, and anybody who knew that port could access the moderation
Yes.
thing or graphics you have. Now there's an access code installed. I did test that briefly. So there's security, yay, on that. So you can hand out that, and you can still change the access code.
How big an
Improved
access
filters
code is
for.
it?
Sorry.
How wide an access code? How many characters?
6, I believe,
Oh,
as I recall. Yeah.
difficult, but not uncrackable.
Gotcha. I'll note it. Improved filters for external moderation to make only favorited or highlighted messages visible. A new filter for question moderation to hide or show dismissed questions, which was a bug for the webinar Q&A features. And it mentions several bug fixes and enhancements. The usual recommendation to back up your graphics via the export feature and using the clear cache function in the file menu and upgrading between versions.
Mm-hmm.
But that was a 0.1 update, or 0.01 update. I didn't look at tiles, so it got a 0.1 update. So curious as to what that might have entailed.
Yeah, very cool, Josh. But yeah, I know John and I have been playing around a little bit with the graphic toolkit. Go, John.
I was trying to remember when we looked at it. We did look at it this week, didn't we? We played with
Yes.
the graphics toolkit this week.
Yes.
Yeah, I wonder
Yes.
why I knew all about it suddenly.
And same day, we did it the afternoon of the morning. The morning they launched it, we did it in the afternoon on the show.
That's it.
My email came about 4 days ago.
So the tiles for Zoom you're running, Josh, is 1.2.1?
I haven't updated the tiles yet. Haven't taken a peek at that, but I was a little disappointed because I thought that the big update had come from Graphics Toolkit. Instead, what actually had happened was that the big update came for tiles. So I didn't check that one out.
But when did you? Because I'm running 1.2, so I'm just trying to figure out of tiles.
That's the update. Yeah,
Okay.
1.2.
That was one that fixed its ability to run sanely on Tahoe. It had some odd behaviors on Tahoe otherwise.
I'm just working with Hasmuth in the background. Just Hasmuth has joined us again, and I did pin something so Hasmuth can see if he's seeing pins or not now. So we'll see. He's still working on it.
So are we on pins and needles now? Waiting to
I didn't
his
hear
answer?
needle yet. I don't know. Is Zoom using needles? Do we know if Zoom uses needles yet? I know they use Hub for twice now. Oh, this is a test. Okay, yeah, all right. No, Hasmuth is still saying no. I'm still not doing something right. Oh, he's still looking.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's
go ahead.
because I don't have that option to join continuous chat. I don't see it anyway. I checked the back end of these accounts, the free account. There is continuous check is selected. So
Okay.
in admin. So
Okay,
I
so
know
you
at
do
the-
have access to continuous chat. Okay, so that's good.
on back
All
end,
right.
yeah. But I'm based on the discussion here, you have to accept the continuous chat. But
Me
how
as
do
a
I
host or you, Hasmuth?
me, yeah.
Okay,
So I joined, but I didn't have any dialog box that says accept continuous chat. And now I am here, and there's no magic Josh door that I can see to.
Gosh, where's that magic door? Give it to Hasmuth.
Yeah, he switched off the lights. I can't find it.
You have to be invited. So David or somebody would invite you to join his continuous meeting chat for this meeting. And then if you accept it, then it'll show up in your list of continuous meeting chats, and you could have you could have hundreds of different organizations or meetings that you're part of those continuous meeting chats.
Okay. So
So
somebody has to invite me now? Is that what you're saying, Frank?
Usually, the host of the meeting would invite you to their continuous meeting chat.
Okay, host.
It usually shows up via email.
I'm looking.
Email.
I'm looking to see if it's anything that I can look in right now, because again, I'm not David.
It's also usually like when you set up the meeting, you go, meetings, schedule meeting, and then you go toggle continuous meeting chat or enable continuous meeting chat for that particular meeting. So some meetings can have it and some meetings won't have it depending on what the host wants to do.
Hasmuk, I just sent you something on your office hours account.
So I'll come back to that, Josh. So in my email, I actually have I've been deleting these willy-nilly. I have no idea why they came, but now I'm paying more attention. It's a Zoom it's a Zoom invitation from Zoom Test Kitchen. Zoom Test Kitchen.
Yeah, so you may have been invited.
Is inviting you to join a group chat on Zoom. Oh my God, it's all there.
It's your birthday.
And then as an admin, there's options like you can say it can only be licensed members of my account, or I allow external members too. So like if you're a company and you don't want people joining like internal meeting chats or something, and like let's say you're high security, then you say only people who have a license for this Zoom account, like the global Zoom account, can to have continuous meeting chats with each other, or the admin can say you can have external and internal people do continuous meeting chats.
I think the word they use is organization, don't they?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
Inside or outside the organization.
Yeah. External users is just how I thought of it.
So in the invitation, there's a button to say view invitation. And when you hit it, it takes you to a page that says Zoom Test Kitchen is inviting you to join Zoom Test Kitchen's personal meeting room.
Ooh la la, that would be it.
David always uses his PMI for his meetings, so yeah.
Correct. So that's why.
Accept.
I just saw something.
Did you?
Zoom Test Kitchen added Hasmuk.
Right.
What it came up on my side is you added Hasmuk Gajar on your office hours account.
Oh, wow.
And then I see Zoom Test Kitchen added Hasmuk Gajar.
Now again, Hasmuk, that is actually it's got your name, and then it's got the then you have office hours afterwards. So that might be just in your profile.
Voila. I was on pins and needles, but now I can pin anything.
Wait, you were on pinned and needles.
He was on needles before.
I was on needles, but now I'm on pin and needles.
Pinned and needles.
Wow. Awesome.
So I unpinned, and then I repin, and you see.
So there was previously if you were not in a Zoom meeting, let's just talk about continuous meeting chat. They already had the pinning feature there. Now they've aligned it with the live meeting chat.
So I was always wondering every week. I'm in Zoom Test Kitchen, and then I look at my email the next day. Oh, why am I getting this invitation? So I just delete everything. So now I need to read carefully.
Yeah.
Dang.
So again, now what you'll see, Hasma, is that every meeting, so every week, it will start to pile up in team chat now.
Now, do you get that invitation once you've joined the meeting? That's what it looks like. The email, I'm talking about the email. So now when I joined again, I got a new email.
Yeah, again, it was just Zoom letting know that you're confirmed that you're now part of it, but you shouldn't, I don't think you should get anything more.
You won't get any more notifications if people are chatting.
Yeah. But when I joined the first time earlier, I obviously didn't look at my email, but earlier I did get an email. I left the meeting and joined again. I got another email.
Yeah, that's all part of the getting registered process. But
yeah.
Let me.
Yeah, you shouldn't. Yeah, you shouldn't get any more.
Once you've accepted the invitation.
See this team chat thing. You'll get it'll increment here when there's new stuff. but it won't come to your inbox.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, it'll now be in your team chat tab, and then you'll start seeing in there.
It's a little bit like Discord. You'll see a whole bunch of like if you join them or accept them or whatever, you'll see a whole, like I have 15 or 20 of them, all 15 different meetings, right?
Yeah, Hasma. Again, it's if you go into the team chat, this should now be under meeting chats. It's its own category.
Okay, got you.
I haven't really poked around here, but I'm finding out now that in the team chat, there's a history, a pin history there. So don't think you can pin an anonymity there. You know, there's we're taking records of these pins.
Yeah, and on top of that too, of course, as we do this every week, these will pile up. So your mileage will vary on how many of these you want to in the past you want to keep. You can't delete. The only thing that I've actually been able to see is you can hide it.
Well, I can remove from pin history. I can remove it for everyone. Pin history.
Right.
So it's like a curation. It's like a group curated list, it seems. I thought it was going to say, this is going to remove it from your pin history. It's like, nope, everyone's. It never happened.
I'm not sure, but I think in continuous team chat outside of the meeting, you can create groups or whatever, and you can also create channel moderators or whatever they're called.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we do that.
Not necessarily admins in your whole Zoom organization, but for specific chats, they can be the moderator who can delete certain posts or do things like that.
Yeah, I've got that for a couple of our groups where the manager of the group has mod for that group. Just a simple way we do it. So if the salespeople want to get together, they can.
I don't use it that much. We use Teams a lot for this, so I don't replicate it all in Zoom, even though the functionality exists. It's just most of us are using Teams at my organization for this, and we used to use Slack for this. So
yeah, that makes sense.
Wow.
And Josh is having a lot of fun of pinning and unpinning. Josh, are you keeping up, Hasmith, now? Did Josh and pinning and unpinning?
Yeah.
I wiped it from history.
Look out.
Well, in Zoom Test Kitchen, it's not always the main dish, is it? It's the starters and the dessert, and so
yeah, it's a little sprinkles that you put on top of the ice cream at the end. Yeah. That's it.
And you're required to share with your companion.
What kind of companion? We'll find out from John. Go ahead, John.
I'm about to cry.
Oh no. Are you disowned still?
No.
Okay.
I have a nomenclature problem. You see, you boring people are sitting in this chat waffling on about pin and unpin, and I've lost the will. So I just went to my team chat to see if anything interesting was going on. Oh, and I found your comments there, and I found some guy called Josh Kaufman unpinned a message. Josh Kaufman pinned a message. And I thought, what's going on here? Because when I right click in the team chat, I don't have the option to pin. It's called bookmark.
Yeah, bookmark.
Oh, geez.
Oh, no.
They haven't harmonized all the language everywhere yet.
And in the chat, it says pin and unpinned, but the function in group chat is still at the moment bookmark.
Yeah, and the release notes say bookmark too.
So if somebody will bookmark pin that comment to bookmark and pin them together, that'll be fine.
So who's behind? Is it me or is it you that's behind?
Let's book pin it and talk about it.
I'm never behind. It was bookmark first.
Pin mark, book pin.
It's pin now. Pin is the update.
Well, officially we're pinning our video, aren't we? Don't we pin our people? We can pin people. So
that's a little confusing because pin typically was from the perspective of your own perspective of pin, whereas like spotlight is for everybody, right? You'd think that they would carry that language through in the chat, but pin. Apparently, you can pin things for other people now.
Just don't pin your audio.
Yeah, and apparently we can have 2 hubs.
Hubba hubba.
I did have 2 invite messages to the group chat. I acknowledged both of them.
And
maybe it was redundant. I don't know.
Oh.
How do we feel about Discord wanting facial ID for the Zoom Test Kitchen Discord?
Oh, good one. All right. Good question.
I'm not happy about it. I don't know. Discord's shooting itself in the foot, I think.
Yes, I have been listening to a little bit of this, and I think I actually heard there is now, and again, you could say that other systems are also competing against Discord, but there is another Discord-like Discord that I think is actually coming out now, but I don't know too much about it. But I did hear grumblings that there might be a new variant of Discord that is not related to Discord, but looks and similar and acts similar to Discord. It's starting to get some news now because, as Frank brought up, about the facial recognition stuff. I did not hear about it. So is this currently affecting our server, Frank? Or no?
Sorry. Not yet, but I imagine if they persist in this course of action, then it'll impact every Discord server, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it was targeted at youth, but how do you determine if someone is a youth without identifying everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Or it's just a great excuse to capture a lot of data for some purpose they won't disclose.
It might be hiding in T's and C's somewhere. Oh, yes. Yeah. There's another one. Yeah. That's a good one, John. Yeah. So the EU, could it be EU based? Could this be the...
We are into age verification over here.
Yeah, and several countries and states have already started to force the issue of, for certain things, age verification for social media.
Yeah, I am starting to see a lot of news outlets. Oh, we're going to have another boy from the UK joining us. Let's see where Leo is hiding today. But oh, there he is. He's on the road.
And it's midnight, and I was just about to go. Now I have to stay around for Leo.
There you go.
Hey,
Come on in.
how's Monkey do? How's Monkey do? You well?
I'm good. I'm good.
How's Cape Town?
Cape Town is beautiful.
Good, good.
I've invited everybody to come down to Cape Town, but
some of us have been.
You're the only office hour member that's come down to Cape Town.
Am I the only one?
Yeah, so the invitation is still open to everybody.
Asmith, I've been to Cape Town, but long before I knew you.
Oh, you didn't miss much.
Too funny. Oh, and Leo, we lost video there for a second, so you must be in a cell area. That's interesting. There you go. You're back, Leo.
Yeah, you need to take you need to talk to Tilak and take a.
No, nobody. Okay. That was me. I just.
Oh, you're almost back, Leo.
Yeah. Tilak has done something interesting.
I need to sort of fill up and take what. Yeah.
So what he does is he has the small Starlink dish, the small one, which is only like
the mini
8 inches by a foot.
Yeah. And
he inserted it between the liner for his sunroof and his
moonroof.
And he could be driving out in the middle of New Mexico with absolutely abysmal cell service, but he has perfect Zoom service.
Well, I wouldn't say perfect, but it's amazing that he's getting coverage out there.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, but I mean, also in his, he is living in somewhere where there are like no trees or people or all the things that screw up cell service.
Well, lots of terrain, though.
Yeah.
It's not flat.
Yeah. By no means is it flat in that part of New Mexico.
So I've watched, what's the new thing? Plasubib. I can't remember how they call it. Whatever the one is. The new fit, the thing by the same guy that did Breaking Bad.
Oh, Leo, you got us all in pins and needles. Tell us.
It's plus soup. Something. It's got one in it. It's like it's a really good. It's a really bad thing to make a TV program that nobody can actually pronounce. But anyway,
Pluribus.
Pluribus, yes.
But it's pluribus. Yeah. There you go.
As in what's on the as in what's on the U.S. currency, pluribus unum.
Yeah, Vince Gilliman.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Anyway, Hasmut, you're going to have to join David's show one of these days. He's literally in the middle of the night.
Yeah. I mean, Tony's also trying to get me to his show. That's sort of 3 or 4 a.m. my time. So.
Does he want you awake for that?
It is not the most, shall we say, attractive invitation.
But you were supposed to be going to America this year.
Yeah, I am. I am actually.
Are you? When are you going?
We're busy booking the cruise, New York to London. So,
yeah.
So we're aiming for August, September.
Okay, I'll be back in London then.
So I'm gonna apply for my US visa, and I'll await with tenterhooks for a positive response.
Mine. I don't know. I did mine. It took literally 10 hours, 12 hours, and it came through.
So, yeah, but you're from the UK. I'm from South Africa.
I know. I know. I did mine, so it's not long. It's not long.
It's the same as being from. It's the same as being from Canada, by the way.
Which South Africa or
Frank, do we even want to touch that one? That becomes the question of the day
now.
No. Don't. They're going to start talking about
hockey. Move
don't
on.
talk about hockey. Don't talk about hockey.
Yeah,
they win one hockey game every 20 years, and they think they've got something important to say.
Well, I would argue the one in 1980 was important, but I'm not so sure about the last one.
That's fair.
It was a good game to watch. Well, it wasn't. It was an okay. It was a good game to watch. It was a good game of hockey to watch.
But curling is becoming very popular.
No.
No.
It just fills the screen.
I did curling when I was in Ottawa.
Yeah, I was going to say it's very popular up here. That's we did get gold. Right? The men did get gold in curling.
No, I personally like the spoof videos where instead of the curling stones, they were sending 24 packs of beer down.
Well, in this week's Mac Break Weekly, I mean, the first half was all about curling, and how curling clubs have sprung up in the Bay Area. That's
Josh.
My name.
The other Josh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. There's a lot of curling clubs, and again, when it comes to the big curling events in Canada, they will take over hockey arenas.
Wow.
to handle the amount of, well, again, when you saw in the Olympics, if you saw the actual ice that they ended up using, you saw that they had like 4 or 5 wide. Well, that would be a normal hockey rink.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
So that's not abnormal here. And they will purposely bring in specialized people to make the special ice so that it goes properly and the rock goes down properly, and it's just got to be just so, and temperature's got to be just so of the ice.
It's not just taking the Zamboni to the ice.
Yeah, it's not going, yeah, let's throw some snow on there. Yeah, that looks good. Okay. No. Just that, again, for Italy, they ended up bringing in our ice makers from Canada just so that,
really,
because there was a lot of problems with the ice before the Olympics. Yes. They had to fly our big Canadian guys from here to actually go, okay, Italy, this is how you do it. And they had to listen.
There's been a lot of issues like that in Italy. A lot. So we have an apartment in Italy which is just north of Verona, and so we're in the Dolomites. They've said we're doing all of this. We'll have it all ready for the Olympics. We flew out on the last time we flew out the day before the Olympics started, or a couple of days before. Actually, no, I think the Olympics had started, and they still haven't finished the airport. They still haven't finished it.
Yeah. Well, the non-Paralympic is done, but now the Paralympics are starting now.
Yeah.
So they're halfway per se.
Yeah. No, we're flying back in I think 2 weeks' time. We're back in Italy. We will see if they finish the airport. It's been it's just how it is. I think it's really hard. I think some of the more complex sports, by that I mean things like bobsleigh and that they need to have permanent locations, because building that track as a one-off is just a phenomenal amount of work for something that's not going to get used.
And Leo, just an FYI, they abandoned the one that they brought there the last time they had the Olympics there. This is all brand new.
I know. Yeah. But the funny thing
actually
is,
a little bit of a documentary on that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go,
they are
guys.
not that far away
Good
from
night.
the
Good night,
Austin
Hasmuth.
Press to run. You know.
Take care, Hasmuth. Good to see you. Thanks for the bars as usual, sir.
I will see you soon, Hasmuth, sometime.
Yeah. And I've got another partner in crime that's joined me. Hershey Bar. Come in, Hershey.
Hey. How's it going?
Doing good, buddy. Doing good.
Excellent.
Glad you could join us.
Yes, indeed.
So you're semi zoomed in. That's good.
Yeah, 150 on a Logitech Brio.
Yeah. So now I've got to make it 125. I'm just telling you. It's so close.
Okay.
So what are you up to? Anything exciting? Any updates? You got Leo's attention, even though he's driving.
Well, nice to hear, Leo. And no, not too many updates. I have to go do camera check and video check on a couple people for Monday, but we'll see.
Excellent. Good stuff. Cool. All right. Zoom test kitchen.
I think it's time. I was going to say, I think it's time I reappeared on the main show on Office Hours one of these days.
Well, I haven't been on in a while either, so come on by. We'll pick a day. It's Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays now. So
yeah. I think I need to retune everything. I'll probably be booted out.
Well, do like I do, Leo. Join on Sunday.
Yeah. The bar is far more at our height. Let's put it that way. Yeah. It brought the bar down to where we can get over. Yeah, that's it.
Cool. All right. Let me do a little plug here, Leo, and then we'll get back to you here to let YouTube know if you got any questions for the panelists that are still here while we're still live here on YouTube. Let me know in chat, and I will relay it. And we've got all kinds of community champions to people from the UK, people from the US, and Canada, of course. So do let us know in chat if you have any questions for us, as we just chit-chatting, waiting for you guys to give us some questions, Zoom related, of course. Go back to it, Leo. So where you been? You been hiding around? You've been running around?
I was my football team Watford played tonight, so I'm on the way home from watching that with my stepfather. So we watched that. So that's soccer for certain countries, but yeah, that's and really
not to be confusing with American football. Yep, continue. Leo.
Exactly. No. We myself and my partner, we're in the midst of planning our trip to California, which we're going in April the 25th.
Anything specific?
Yeah, that ocean as well. We're seeing that.
Good one. Got me on that one. Anything Pacific? Yeah. Specific. Yeah. Yes, thank you.
We've got 3 or 4 days in San Francisco, hoping to go to Novato, which is where I used to work. Then down, we're seeing John Nicholson in Monterey, and then carrying on down to to LA. I want to go to what's it called, Salton Sea? Is that right?
I defer to my U.S. people.
Okay.
Did you get that right, Peter? I don't know. Yeah, and Peter just said, even though I can't hear him, he said, "I don't know what you're asking." Yeah.
Anyway, so I'll go down to there, and then down to San Diego.
Yeah. So, I don't live on that coast. That's
it's another country.
It might be.
But economically, it can't, whatever the right word is, leave the union for
secede.
It had an opportunity to succeed. I think it had a chance, didn't it, or could have? It could have a couple of years ago, but obviously it never did, or never did.
By the way, I did change to 125, and I guess you didn't see any difference.
No,
not at all.
Yeah, not at all. Remember what I was telling you? Yep. Yep.
BRB.
Good old Logitech Brio. Yeah, Hershey and I were experimenting with his Zoom to actually make sure that his Zoom actually kept properly, and the only way we could do that was, unfortunately, for it to be set and for him not to be in Zoom. Then he had to reboot. Then he can log back in, and then I'll be able to see if it actually was a good percentage, because it's 1 to 500% was an interesting number.
Is the test kitchen? Is the test kitchen a 1080p 60 account or not? I didn't know.
Good question, Leo. We do not have it currently. David does not have it as on the account as of yet. Again, officially, it's not launched publicly until March.
20th of March.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
So we have not been given the grace to add it as a 1080p 60. Again, it's only going to get from 60 to 30. So that would be the only difference right now, because we are doing 1080p 30 right now, even with you connected on the phone.
Don't I drag you down?
No, you did not.
Are we? But the new ladders don't work until, do they? Till the new one. Get the extra ladder.
You mean the extra ladder up to the 1080p 60? Is that what you're talking?
Yeah. But I think when you get the 1080p 60, it allows. Am I pulling you down to 720? I can't remember. Do I pull at 720 or do I get 1080? I don't know.
We actually last week. This actually came up with Jason. Jason actually asked us after we went off YouTube, because he was saying, "Mike, does phone still do that?" And we did test that out. And what we found is that it depends on the phone. So it'll depend on the resolution of the phone, if the phone can handle it and what the phone is actually able to send into the room.
Yeah. I'm a 15 iPhone 15 Pro, so I think I can give it. I'm pretty sure I could do. Well, I don't know. I assume I could do 1080p 50. So I'm
Yeah.
not
So
gonna
what I'm
talk-
gonna what I'm
Oh,
gonna do right now with you is I'm spotlighting you right now.
but then
So
you're gonna see what
you're on YouTube right
say.
now. So I will check my statistics and let you know what I'm
Well,
pulling.
yeah, that's an amazing picture of me not.
Yeah. So right now I'm getting from you 720 by 1080. Or sorry, let me do that again. 720 by 1280.
By 1280. So yeah.
Now,
Okay.
now what we did notice with Jason is it dependent on the camera, meaning that if it was either the front or the back camera.
Yes, I can shift you to my back camera, which obviously I won't see, but you'll see. So if I shift you my back camera,
Yeah, go ahead.
you're now seeing my back camera.
Yeah,
Okay.
something
No.
totally out of focus.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it is because it's macro focused on ways. So I'm like,
Yeah.
I obviously can't get out my car and stand on the bonnet and see so that you can see me anymore. But
Yeah. So Leo, right now there was no change, but let me ask you this. Are you logged into a 1080 compatible account?
I think so. It's my account that I normally use, and I would normally go on to 1080 when I'm on my laptop. And I'm pretty sure I'm saying send HD, but maybe by coming in on the other camera first, it's not going to allow it.
Right. Yeah. For me, let me get you back here.
And I
'Cause
don't
I went back to
think
multi.
I can
So let me.
change settings like that while I'm.
No, I don't expect you to do while you're driving. No.
No, I don't think I can change it while it's.
Oh, and while you're connected, you mean?
Yeah, I don't think
That's possible too. That's possible too. Yeah, I'm not. So right now, of course, you're sending me vertical. So basically you're sending me 720 vertical.
But if I just do this and I go like that, what do you get now?
So now I'm 1280 by 720. So I'm true 720p now.
Right. Okay.
And if you want to switch to your other camera, if you can, safely.
Yeah, I can do that there. Yeah, you're now on my other camera, I think. No, you're not.
Yeah, we're seeing the steering wheel now.
Are you seeing the steering? Yeah, you're seeing my fingers. There you go.
Yeah, we're still getting 720.
Okay. All right. Oh well.
So yeah, it's I don't particularly know. Pete, have you tried some testing on this? Do you remember us testing this?
I remember.
So I'm 10. So my phone's 15. I can't tell you if it does.
But the way it was, I've always seen it is because I can test it on office hours / after hours because their accounts have already been enabled for 1080p 60.
Right.
Okay.
So I can see it. Now I can't send them because frankly my hardware doesn't know what to do with 1080p 60 because my camera only goes to 30p or 30 frames per second, period, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's not going to happen, but I can see when people send.
It doesn't matter though, PT. Your monitor will go to 60. Well, it depends.
No, I understand that, but I don't.
I guess.
I visibly don't see any difference, Leo, is what I'm saying in the picture quality. Right.
Well, yeah, in theory, to be honest, you really won't between 30 and 60 at 1080p because you're already, you're just adding more frames. You're just doubling the frames. But again, if it's moving head, back in the day, I used to get beautiful moving head at 620.
No comment, Mike. No comment, Mike. Bad choice of phrasing.
Oh.
No, but you're right. I mean, Mike, you're absolutely right. See, our problem in the UK is because we're 1080p 25
And
or
50.
50 and
Yeah.
50. 25, you really saw the interpolation.
Right.
You really see it.
Yeah.
So it's amazing. 25, you see it. 30, it's noticeable, but not really. But, you know, so we have to go to 50 to stop it, because the minute anybody walks or moves with any speed, you just
Right.
it's
Right. And again, too, just to give everybody perspective of this too, even though, you know, the capabilities of 1080p 60 will be available if you have this additional license added on. Again, you know, if you're talking about broadcast television that everybody gets in their homes still, you're talking 720p 30 or 1080i 30.
For the most part, yeah.
For the most part. So again, you know, even when you're watching that NFL or NHL hockey game, you're still only getting 30 frames a second. Even from that, you're not getting 60.
Okay, we're 50 for everything in the UK. We don't. Nothing comes out of our TV. Oh, you just can't. 25 isn't workable. So all of our HD broadcasts are 1080p 50.
Okay, so you guys have upgraded your standards, so nobody's doing 25 anymore then.
No, not that I'm aware of. Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
I thought the NFL had upgraded to 1080p 60, though the dirty little secret is they do, for those people who have 4K television, it gets upgraded in the network. It doesn't, they're not shooting the video at 4K.
Correct. There's a lot of magic going on in the background, Pete. You're absolutely correct. And I can explain a little bit of it because I'm aware of it a little bit. So again, when it comes to that end mile, so again, it comes down to what television station you're actually physically watching it on. They might actually be bringing it into the TV channel at 1080p 60. But that TV channel itself, when it's actually broadcasting out, depending on where it's going to, if it's going to a Comcast or a cable company or a satellite company or an IP based YouTube TV, not YouTube type company, they might only be limiting it to 30 as well, because again, they might be taking in the feed and only broadcasting out 30, because again, it's up to the television station that's you could actually get. So here's another example too, is that, you know, I know that there are some games, NHL games, that are done in 4K, but you have to watch it on a 4K channel. And even then, those 4K channels are not over the air channels. So I can't get a terrestrial 4K channel over the air, nor can I get a true 4K channel per se on any of our providers here in Canada. And again, it's very limited to only sports channels that actually are 4K in Canada right now.
So
I think it's similar that way in the States too, Pete. If I'm not mistaken.
I just looked it up for the NFL, and so Fox, ABC, and ESPN do 720p 60 frames per second.
Right.
And CBS and NBC use 1080i
30.
No, 60.
Oh, 1080i 60. Okay. So again, they're going, yeah. So again, now you're taking the progressive and now we're interlacing it.
Yeah.
So now you're going to get scan lines depending.
That's what your broadcasters do. I'm going to have to check it. I'm going to have to check it because I'm interested. So how much do you have of 4K these days in America and Canada?
Half a dozen at most, and even then they're not 24/7.
Well, I mean, again, the same thing. They're saying that Fox Sports, they upscale the network to 4K. They're still from the location of the game, from the venue of the game, they're capturing it in 1080p, and in the network magic they upscale it to 4K. They
Yeah.
don't have
So-
4K cameras on the field.
Okay,
Right.
I mean, our cameras are all 4K now.
Yeah.
So all of our, I'm going to say most of our sports. The game I watched just earlier was in 4K, and that's a championship. So that's not Premiership. All Premierships in 4K, and quite a lot of the Championship, which is the division below, is in 4K. When I was in
Well,
Italy,
I mean, but Leo, I can watch the game in 4K. How do you know what the camera on the field is capturing?
when I was in Italy at the World Cup, the skiing World Cup, all of the OB trucks have got 4K written all over them, and the cameras had 4K written on.
Okay, fair enough.
So that sort of, and
Yeah.
I mean, I know that Formula One is all 4K as well. So,
Not here in Canada.
is it not?
I would
We're
say
not.
Amazon
Well, no.
here
I did. Now again, now again, we might be bringing it in from F1 4K, but again, if my sports channel does not want to put it on their 4K channel, they are automatically bringing me down to 1080p.
See,
Okay, so that's what I'm saying.
I don't have that problem anymore, seeing as how in the US, Apple has the F1 rights, and I could watch it at 4K on my 4K TV.
Right.
Is that interesting? Did they buy the F1? Apple bought the F1 rights? I didn't know.
Yes, absolutely.
So maybe they could promote a film they produced.
Yes, the F1 movie that Leo was talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So again, it depends on the end mile, right? So again, there's what's coming out of the truck can be X, and Peter was basically telling you what a lot of the trucks are here in the US. And again, we've got Canada's, I know one of our guys that actually has 20 trucks, and 3/4 of them are all 4K trucks. But what are they truly sending back to the head end or to the master control of that channel might only be 1080p. Even though they're at 4K, they're downscaling in the truck. Or if they're sending a true raw 4K from there to the head end, the control master control could actually be bringing it down to 1080, if not 720, based on the provider they're sending to in Canada that us consumers actually watch it on.
So just spitballing, understanding. I know we're way off sort of Zoom stuff. However,
we're good.
In the true West Wing style, what's next? Are we going 8K? Or are we going to go to another attempt at 3D?
No, I don't see 8K and 3D. I would say virtual reality would be first before 3D.
Okay. You don't think we're going to go to 8K because 8K TVs are out?
No, but the manufacturers said we're not building them anymore.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That again, when it comes to, okay, so you got to be very, very careful. When you see stuff at trade shows, they're paying thousands of dollars to be at the trade show. So if they don't bring out a 12K, I expect the 12K TV to come out, but it never to actually make it for another 3 years.
That's why I asked. My question was, what's next, rather than.
Yeah, right now, what will be next is wide adoption, honestly, in US and Canada of changing the back end to 4K.
Yeah.
Because right now it's not.
No.
Leo's in that lull again. Go ahead, Leo. Start over again when you're back.
He froze.
Oh, he froze. Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
No.
And are you going? So we're.
Yeah, we're back. You're back, Leo. Go ahead. Ask again.
We're massively rolling out fiber. I'm just going to say my point. We're rolling out fiber now on a big scale in the UK to replace all of our copper. That's what we're doing. So we're going that way next.
But the key, Leo, will be when for 8K transmission that says the TV stations have to change all of their equipment too. That end. And what they've, at least, I don't know, I can't speak for Canada, but I would say my observation, what's happening in the US is nobody has the stomach to do that investment right now.
Correct. Yeah. Right now, there's a lot of, again, when it comes to the terrestrial, especially in the States, terrestrial is becoming very, very interesting with ATSC 3.0 technology. So that in itself is, if it continues as it's going, it's not pretty already. But will it have the capability of doing 4K 30? Notice what I said there. Will it have the capability of doing 4K 30, not 60? Yes. ATSC 3.0 will. If the television station wants to rejig all their transmitters for the actual TV station so that it can actually go over the air 4K 30.
Well,
but again, that means all the content that they make too then now has to all be in 4K 32, or you're upscaling, right? Okay. Everything from 1080p 30 to 1080 4K 30, as an example.
Yeah, and frankly, and Canada has the same problem. I mean, I go to my second place down in South Texas. I mean, I have a really rock solid Starlink connection, but it's not enough to give me. I sure as hell wouldn't want to try and push 8K through it.
Right. Reliably 8K through it. No.
Right. An example, like Samsung S26 came out, they are pushing 8K recording, but again, that doesn't mean anything. It all kind of depends on the end mile, as we were talking about. There's a 300 gigabyte line in Texas, for example, that brings in a lot of data for, I think, Fox and a couple of these bigger providers. But that's scaling upwards. And Amazon has a lot of money to throw at people. So if you look at their Thursday Night Football, they just have a lot of money to throw. So you're going to definitely get high-end equipment coming out of their trucks that they invested in.
I tell a story years ago when I was doing work with the Walt Disney Company on the IT side. I had to get some data from the West Coast back to the East Coast. And if I used the normal data pipes that I had access to, it would have taken about a week and a half. This was back in 2014, 2015 timeframe.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was talking to my friends, my colleagues, who I had the data center contract. One of my colleagues had the networking contract that included all the bandwidth. Remember, this is the Walt Disney Company, which includes ABC
and our friends at ESPN.
ESPN, that's right. It's ABC. They had bandwidth coming out the wazoo, to put it bluntly. I took that day and a half transmission time down to 2.5 hours because they were regularly shipping 1080p video back and forth. It would be live on the East Coast and delayed transmission on the West Coast.
Yeah, exactly, Pete. Yeah. So again, it comes down to A, ingest, B, backhaul, because now do I have enough bandwidth to backhaul it? So I can bring it in 4K into the truck all I want, but if I haven't got enough bandwidth to leave the truck back to the master control, then I'm going 1080. I have to, right? Yeah. So that's number two. So let's say it's all ideal. Truck is 4K, backhaul is 4K. Now we're at that master control. Now the infrastructure coming out of master control to all the providers will take Canada, which there's about 10 that would probably be able to handle the 4K. But now that's going out of master control to, all the different, conglomerates. But now at that end, so we're talking the local community versions of the TV channels, you're lucky if they're 720p, if not 1080i, whatever, right?
Just
30 or 60.
Just the hardware at the endpoints, so to speak.
That's right. The hardware at the endpoints to actually, for the amount of bandwidth frequencies that they've been allotted by, in Canada, IZ, or in the States, it'd be FCC, then you'd have, just the amount of spectrum that you have to do that, doing again H.26, we're not compressing, right? We're still MPEG 2 in Canada and US. Until we go to ATSC 3.0, are we going to wait for it, H.264? We're not going to 265 yet. We can in ATSC 3.0, but now we have to make sure that the set-top boxes and the televisions, the smart TVs, know what to do with the actual tuner that's sending in an H.265 or X.265 codec to be able to decrypt that. And let's not talk about the DRM issues going on in the States right now too, which is Canada's just watching because we're not even touching 3.0 right now. So we're still at ATSC 1.0 at this point. So we're maxed out at 1080p 30, I believe.
Because you always have to go to the lowest common denominator, which is over the air transmission.
Right. And again, if they're transmitting it, if they're a terrestrial station, their infrastructure is that maximum, 1080p or 720p resolution, period. No matter if they're sending that out to, a non-terrestrial thing, they're not going to have two different simultaneous systems that go, oh yeah, I'm going to send out 4K here, but I'm not going to send it out terrestrially. Terrestrially, you're only getting 720. No, it's not going to happen. So it all comes the end bomb. Go ahead, Leo. Oh, and Hershey, by the way, you still got your screen cover on, by the way, Hershey. There you are.
I don't know if you can still hear me. Mike, a quick question. Very quick.
Sure, Leo.
What percentage of your TV is sent terrestrial? Or what percentage to receive terrestrial? I don't know which way you want to sit.
Well, interesting.
It's confusing.
Yeah, that is an interesting terminology because again, if you're talking conglomerates, so as you would have the BBC in the UK, and you would have your channel 1, channel 2, channel 3, channel 4, I believe, if I'm doing that right. Leo, am I right?
Yeah. So we have a terrestrial system which sends out we're about 100 channels on that. However, the reality is that the majority of people have now moved off that terrestrial. So that's the old aerial on the top of their house.
Correct.
And moving away. So I would say that I don't know the figures, but it's interesting. The extreme at one time
digital aerials now for stateside.
Yeah, we have digital, but I mean, we turned off all of our analog aerials about 10 years. About 8.
We did that. We did that at least in the US a few years ago.
But but the reality is I think we're turning our digital aerials off as well, because people are mainly now moving to set-top boxes. And the one that's weird is that we had, the big thing that we had, the big change was to go to satellite, to Sky, but Sky are now pushing everything over fiber. So I would suspect that the majority of where we're going to be is all fiber within the network.
I mean, that's the classic problem that I will say North America in general has, which is we have clearly some high density areas where that will population wise, where that will work. And then frankly, there is no cable where I live and where my other place is in South Texas, let alone fiber. The only reason we have power and used to be able to get landline telephone is because that was the law. That was a federal mandate dating back to the 1930s.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Right.
I can imagine.
The U.S. Electrification Act.
Exactly. It is a fascinating discussion because with a lot of stuff is now coming on 5G. We turned off our 3G. Should be all turned off within the next few months.
Well, our 5G is. I have 5G down there, so I have wireless. But I just for grins, I looked up the bandwidth requirements. Mike will like this. The bandwidth requirement for ATSC 1.0 is, call it 19 a little over 19 megabits per second, and it's strictly enforced.
Yeah.
And for ATSA 3.0, it's anywhere from 1 megabit per second up to 57 megabits per second. Typical is 25 to 30.
Yeah.
So they're basically saying I can just about out of the same hardware get the required bandwidth with potentially better quality and get farther distances, because that's really what because the signal to noise ratio is a whole lot better.
We had the same. I mean, a good example of that, I'm going to say 25, 30 years ago, we went to digital radio, which was supposed to be super high quality, super everything. And then they realized they could just junk it and stick 10 channels in the same space of one super channel. And so we literally, apart from our classic radio, so as in the radio that plays classics, whatever, classic music, everything else is substandard quality.
Yeah. And again, it's the same thing here with the ATSC 1.0. You basically are allowed one HD channel, and any sub channels up to 8 more are SD.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the ATSC 1.0. Now, ATSC 3.0, supposedly the amount of, I don't know offhand the amount of channels. I don't know, Pete, if that where you're looking has that. But I think it's going to be substantially more. But again, because now they're moving away from the MPEG-2 codec, which of course is very fat. It's a fat codec as it is. So now we're going down to H.264 is what they're sort of standardizing on. And I'm using the air quotes on purpose, Hershey, when I'm doing the H.264, because of the fact that, in theory, you could do H.265 as well. But again, now you've got to have the transmitter gear that can do any codec.
And receive it. Yeah, because
and then you have to have the receivers to do it too.
Yeah, because 265 needs so much more horsepower than 264. Right. Guys, I've got to go. This is fascinating, but it's now nearly 11 o'clock at night, and I've got to follow Asmuk to the Betty bike, and so see you all next week, or speak to you all soon.
Take care, Leo.
Bye.
Good to see you, buddy.
Night.
But yeah, the ATSC 3.0 versus 1.0 is good. And I'm glad to see that the Zoom Test Kitchen community, you guys are liking our conversation. Nobody's moved. So that's good. I like that. So again, yes, we're not talking Zoom, but we are talking broadcast. So glad to see everybody's, broadcast is broadcast. And by the way, 125 works perfectly for you, sir, by the way. I'm just letting you know.
Perfect.
There you go. So we found the magic number.
Professional broadcasters, right, Mike?
Yeah, that's right. Gemini told you so. That's it. Gemini knows.
But I will tell you, Hershey, that shirt does not.
There you go. Yes, yeah.
It's
fair.
It's more. It's bad
mooring.
Yeah,
the mooring. Yeah, the stripes on it. Then not the main pattern, but the stripes in it going up and down on it.
Probably too much lighting today, because I know my right hand side of my light's a little bit brighter. But yeah, typically the shirt is not a moire shirt, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, it's again, because there's a lot of white in it. The camera, again, it's all about the camera. The camera doesn't know what to do with it. It's not that it's not a good shirt. It's not that it's a nice shirt. But again, I've even seen when I'm watching, our news channels as an example, when all of a sudden a lady will have us, is like, oh, who told her that she should be wearing that type of, outfit today on the news, right?
Typically, this shirt hasn't morayed on air, like on Office Hours Global as well, because someone will literally let me know quickly. But I think it's the lighting issue here today, because I do have the lights a little bit brighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So so again, you got to play with.
But it's good to know your wardrobe, just for anybody, even if you're on Zoom. Just you never know what your camera is doing.
Well,
that's right.
It's why some of us try and wear black most of the time. Solid black.
Yeah, solid black. If not, I've got a little specks of white in it, but yeah, right now I'm, pretty much I usually do wear black, shiny black or black. But again, I'm always making sure I'm contrast to my 3 different, my chair's always going to be gray and my background's always going to be blue.
Doesn't help
so I'm
either.
wearing, it would be silly for me to be the same color blue as my background, as an example.
Yeah.
It would just be, even though I've still got my gray chair, which is still giving me a bit of depth of field, it's still not cool for me to actually also
like you're saying, the white colored shirts are for men or women. They don't do justice either.
No.
The same problem, because then it throws off the white balance of the camera.
White balance goes crazy. Yep.
Yeah. And teleprompters don't like more white too. I don't need more white on my teleprompter.
No.
I really don't. There are times where David sometimes will have, in non-dark mode, and all of a sudden that's on the teleprompter because it's the share. I have the share on my teleprompter, and all of a sudden I'm glowing, and I'm like, why am I glowing? Who did it? And sure enough, it was David, because he wasn't in dark mode of the software. But again, I thought it was myself. I was starting to worry about my camera. I was starting to worry about the teleprompter. I was starting to worry about the software was, that, because it was very conveniently too, Elgato updated his camera hub software on me. So I thought maybe they tweaked this, they changed the settings on me. So I went back in there, started fiddling around with that, and all of a sudden it disappeared. I went, oh, why am I so dark now? Oh, now I got to go back to those numbers again. And sure enough, it was because at that particular point, somebody had a very white screen that they were sharing, and all of a sudden I I glue in the dark. Yeah. So it's always good. So there you go. So now we're bringing it back to Zoom. And that's how we broadcast. We make sure that we, don't overlight ourselves. And if we can, do our best to set up our, what was it that we did with you, Hershey? We made sure that you.
Oh, for OBS, we could shut it off. Let's see.
And then on top of that too, we made sure that in the actual Brio, we made sure that your color balanced properly. We made sure that the lighting was set at the proper. I'm running 5,000 Kelvin.
I'm at 4100 to 500 ISO. 4400 color temperature, but my lights are at 4100 to give it that in between. I will get OBS going here. Where'd it go?
Yeah. And again, I'm a little different. Again, I'm running 5,000 Kelvin in the studio. So I made sure my camera's set at 5,000 Kelvin. So I'm having no issues with me being, again, I'm always going to have my shiny forehead situation. That it is what it is, but
it did go bloop on me, and
yeah, and Hershey is actually doing some free advertising of his show that he's happening on Mondays. Okay. The Blind and Beyond show. Yeah.
That's the welcome scene.
Yeah.
Be right back. And then there's that. And then, okay. So if I wanted to switch back to me, I'm on me now, I think.
Yep. I see you on the Brio.
Okay. Yeah, at least I hear the Windows ding. It doesn't give me any other dings or any sounds, so at least I hear that.
Yeah. And it's actually been very educational for me, as I told you, Rashid.
Oh, I have to go dancing around. Yeah, you saw the mouse moving.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Okay,
no, but whatever.
Back. Okay, I should be on Be Right Back, I think.
No, welcome.
Oh, okay, just on welcome. Okay, and then ding, I hear me back on camera. Okay.
No, it's been educational for me, learning more about the visually impaired, on what you guys actually have to deal with, how you guys are dealing with computers and such. So it's been very educational for myself.
To give our audience a quick overview, it's basically how we all process data. I'm listening to something, so I'm processing what I'm listening to. Then I'm also listening to the audience and whatever conference show you might be presenting with. So sometimes you may think you're looking at the camera, but you're not, because you forgot to turn on virtual camera. Oops. Happened once. Good learning point. But once your virtual camera is on OBS, for example, we just made slides. But I figured, why don't we use the tools in Zoom to switch cameras quickly?
Right. Yeah. So and that's your method of doing things. It's easier for you because based on the software in your the software that's reading the software.
So one step at a time, if we want to think of it like left to right, right to left. If I have so much data, I'm not always going to see the data until I go travel to that data.
Right.
Right. Yeah. which I am learning is a lot more difficult. And
whenever I do screen shares, another thing I learned from you is, hey, you have this in the way. Hey, can I close the screen? Those screens don't bother me because they're not in my way. Because I'm thinking linearly, where if I need to mute, unmute, Alt A or Command Option A for Mac users, and then similar keys add either, let's say, C for recording to the cloud, R recording locally, N to switch camera. So Option or Alt N will switch camera controls, and you could always look in your global settings under Zoom and figure out all these little keystrokes.
Yeah, for the goal. Yeah, that's perfect, Hershey. But again, it's quite different. Again, when I was doing the remote control and seeing things, how you actually had everything popped out. But then some of the pop outs you couldn't actually, and you didn't realize you popped them out, first of all, in Zoom. So that's A. And then B, you're wondering why you couldn't get into those pop outs because it seems to be, and we figured that out yet? Is it a Zoom thing or is it your screen reader?
I think it's a Zoom thing, the way it layers. I'm scared to check what version of Zoom I have right now because, again, I heard 16.5 for Windows side had issues. But
7.6.5 is fine. 7.6.5. 6.7.5 is fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I heard rumors in the accessibility space. Oh, the screen reader is going to act crazy and don't go there. And
okay, that might be true. See, now again, I'm talking from a visual world again, so that's good. Yeah, go ahead, Pete.
Particularly, depending on how old your Zoom client is, Hershey, is think about this, Mike. They changed all the damn menus.
Right. Which that's what we had a problem in my meeting.
I forget when that happened.
6.7.
Yeah.
Well, when it came out to 6.7.0,
so when the menu switched up on us, because what happened is, so Mike was in there early, and then I just passed my host to him since he was going to spotlight me. However, if he has host, I don't get spotlight privilege, or I don't get streaming privileges. So he had to give me back the host, and he became co-host. Then the live stream tab would show for me. Otherwise, so the menus, they hide on you pretty easily, and you have to go to more and then pin it back to make sure it works.
That changed, but they also, remember when they changed from, I'll say, the traditional icons up across the bottom, Mike, to that new icon model where
all of a sudden the share doesn't have a color anymore, and I know. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And you have to drag the icon down to the toolbar if you want it anymore.
Yeah. Again, they went a little too visual on me. And Pete, I noticed that you must be watching something that is actually a bright screen on your teleprompter now, because all of a sudden you're now. All of a sudden, within the last minute or two, you're.
Actually, I'm not. That's the interesting. I'm just watching you guys.
Okay.
Something happened, but I know what you're saying.
You do see it. Okay, good. I'm glad you see it. So that's good. Good. Because when I say that to Hershey, do you see that? Wrong answer. Not going to happen. Yep. I'm seeing it. Okay. No. Hershey loves me picking on him related to that stuff. So again, let me do this quickly here for our friends on YouTube.
Oh, I see I now know what happened.
You now know what happened. Attaboy, Pete.
The sun is right here coming through a window.
The infamous window issues.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a giant, it's probably 6 feet by 6 feet foot window sitting next to me with trees in front of it. So it's going to cause interesting effects as it's coming through the trees and then through the window as the sun sets.
So you need a little shade on the camera over here then.
Yeah, but since I normally do most of my stuff at night or in the morning, when the sun
you haven't been bit yet.
House, so
you haven't been bit until right now. Look at that, eh? Right. Isn't that cute?
And I won't get bitten again. This will last for about 2 weeks, and then just because of the way the sun moves in the horizon, I won't be bit again for this time next year.
We change the time next week or the week after, don't we?
Yeah,
we're springing ahead already. All right,
spring forward, fall back.
Yeah, that's it. Spring. Yeah, we're springing ahead. Speaking of springing, look out. I spring that stinger on you. Oh, look out. If you have any questions, YouTube audience, let us know in chat.
Last 2 minutes. 2-minute warning.
Yeah, that would be the official 2 minute. Yeah, you heard it from Pete. 2-minute warning. No flag on the field as of yet, though, but 2-minute warning. So there you go. And we will wrap it up for this week's Zoom Test Kitchen. So let us know in chat. One more quick question before we leave. And Mr. John Drinkwater, you've been a very quiet man.
Wow, he's in here.
Been listening to us very nonchalantly. He'll come. He'll come visit. But yeah, so interesting. But yeah, that was the effect. Pete is when that's the equivalent effect of when somebody would do that to me. If their share is very white, so it has like a Word doc as an example. If somebody did like a Word document that had the white background and black text on the white background, boom, automatically I would be. Boom.
Well,
Looks
then
like
I don't know if this will do any good.
No, you got brighter on me now.
Yeah,
No.
well, and that's because I'm on a Mac and it's allowing me to do funny AI effects on my picture.
Look out. Don't break it too much. Yeah, now all of a sudden the background's disappearing on you.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was yes. So how many people still love Blur?
No.
I was in 15 Zoom meetings this week, and it was actually a trade show. And on average, let's say there was 4 panelists on average, they were easily doing 50%. Were Blur. And again, this trade show is for people that are in the broadcast industry.
And what was it doing to them specifically, chewing out their image?
It was big time. Well, basically, you could almost tell that they were either working from a home office or they were, and again, I don't get it because I know a lot of, again, I have sympathy for non-broadcast industry people that will blur their background. But when it comes to the broadcast industry,
well, more importantly, what that tells you is they don't know how to light themselves.
Oh, well, that too. There was also
that will screw up a blurred background, no end.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, there was a mixture of one lady had a bad green screen, so she was green the whole time. There was another one that I don't know if it was her Mac or her camera or Zoom, but it was, if she moved a millimeter, half an inch,
her auto exposure was turned on.
No, the camera started going nuts. All of a sudden I started looking at the ceiling because it was like an Ozbot went nuts and couldn't find her anymore. All of a sudden it started zooming out, and all of a sudden it was perfectly, when it figured out. So it almost felt like the Mac OS was fighting Zoom, which we've had people have that where the Mac OS has its enabled capability and Zoom has a little different of way it wants to center you compared to the Mac. So if you have both of them on, you're doing that. It's doing this.
It's fighting.
Yeah. So they're both fighting each other, right? Visually. And I couldn't tell if it was the physical hardware. So I couldn't tell if she was actually using a PTZ, one of the baby PTZ, like an Ozbot type camera that was a PTZ, or if it was her Mac OS or the operating system, or if it was Zoom trying to do its best to constantly keep her centered. I couldn't tell.
Because Insta360 also has its little PTZ style of what it wants to
Right.
do too.
Yeah. So again, I couldn't tell, but something was going on. And you could tell 100% that she did hide self-view. So she couldn't tell that this was actually happening to her during the whole panel. Because it was going on for a good 20 minutes. That all of a sudden, it was just flipping around like crazy. It was like, okay. And of course, I was in my meeting room when I was watching this specifically. So I had some of my staff join me they were curious about the topic. So they were joining me while it was lunchtime. And they're going, Mike, you have to put up with this, don't you? I said, yes, I do. Yes, I do. I do. And they're like, these are broadcast people, Mark. Yeah, yes, they are. Yes, they are. What can I tell you?
You can't raise your hand. You can't ask questions. You got to watch. That's all you do. Watch.
That's right. And I'm trying to get a tidbit, and I'm trying to ignore what's going on in the top left-hand corner because they only had webinar and didn't have webinar plus, so there wasn't production studio being used. So it was called, oh, enable your camera so you can come on stage.
Trust. I take my blessings every day. Just listen. Listen to the presentation. That's all you got to do. Just listen.
Yes, I almost wanted to be Hershey. I'm telling you, during during that specific one, I was like, "Can I close my eyes, please? Please."
Right.
I don't want to watch anymore.
But I will say that on a retrospect of it is, please have good audio, because audio is just as important. You're going to drive me up the wall. Of course, you have all the room noise, and then I'm going to go listen to your room noise. I'm not going to listen to you.
Yes, I did have a couple of panelists that decided that it was good to have a fan within 2 feet of them that was easily picked up on the microphone, 100%. So obviously they thought it was a good idea to use, because again, it was all using Zoom. This was all done in Zoom. And it was
optimize canceling works fairly decent. You could change the parameters.
Unless you think that you should be using, for musicians,
Well, I'm using that currently, but yes, because whenever I try to bring in audio, it's gonna stomp on my audio. It also stomps on my audio if I bring in another phone audio piece or screen reader or something like that. It'll chew it up because Zoom is crushing that. So that's why I optimize for a musician, or excuse me.
I think you did that right. For
optimize HD. Original sound for musicians. That's what it is.
There you go. That's what it was called. I don't know. Is it still called that?
It's still called that.
It's still called it. Yeah. Okay. So So I could tell that person thought that he didn't like what Zoom set. So all of a sudden, anytime he undone his mic, all of a sudden, in the background going. Mm-hmm.
Well, all I like is I don't have to keep toggling on original sounds for your musician on. Once you have toggled, so that's
yes,
so
you're a very happy man about that now. Yes, it was good.
Well, one less thing to check off.
That's right. Yes, everybody should have our checklists. Yes, we should, and we should make sure that we do our checklists all the time before we connect, and not just go, join, and cross our fingers that we have video, cross our fingers that we have audio, and we come into the room and go, hi everybody. Whoa, sorry, I'm too loud. Sorry, I was too loud. Sorry. I was screaming.
So my question for you.
Yes, sir.
I know it's on David's personal meeting. So I tried to go program I normally come into office hours and after hours, and I end up using the Zoom ISO client because I can program that with Companion.
Right.
I can drive it. So Companion only has the ability to cause Zoom ISO to join a meeting if you have the meeting ID and password.
Right.
Not the link.
Right.
And I can't decrypt I can see what the meeting number is. You don't need to tell me. You can hit me on Discord if you prefer.
Right. So basically, if you go up to the actual meeting link, I can semi-decrypt it for you right now. I'm just trying to remember where that is now because the interface has changed.
Oh,
I know where it was before.
Mike? Come on, Mike.
I don't know I don't know, man. Let me see. I promise I'll find it. Host tools.
It should say meeting security.
Oh, there it is. I'm sorry. You're right. It's right there. I can see it right now. It's on the upper left corner of at least on my screen. There's the name of the meeting, and if you click on that, then the box drops down, and that's it. So let me before I forget.
Yeah. So again, the actual invite link is up there too. Yeah. But that is the meeting ID and password that you need.
That's where the credentials live. Yep.
Yeah. And a hint, which no, I'm not gonna. It might be related to a Floridian area code.
Yeah, I know what the hint is because is very obvious.
Yeah. That's all I'll say, because we're still broadcasting on YouTube, but I'll just say that there may be a Floridian area code related to this.
So what's interesting is I had to live through back when I managed data centers and IT, I had to live through the exercise where North America numbering plan went to forced 10-digit dialing. Because you know how to tell an area code, right?
I remember that switch.
You know how to tell it. You know the original definition for area codes only had a 0 or a 1 in the second digit, and that's how it told it. And no exchanges had a 0 or a 1 as the second digit.
Mm-hmm.
So all hell broke loose when, all the manufacturers had to figure out how to change to Centrex.
10 digits. Yeah, and 10 digits. Yeah. Yeah, and then you had to then some systems actually want you to put in the 1, and it doesn't care if it is truly long distance or not. They still want the 1 in there, or it's going to throw up too.
Yeah.
There's that too.
I think I was part of what is now Jacksonville's area code, but I think I reassigned a whole brand new code after that fact.
My mother for years had 2 phone lines into the house, and it was long distance to call from one phone number to the other. Because when Houston expanded, had to get it quickly went from 2 area codes to 3 area codes.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. You guys are taking me back. That's taking me back to my early 90s, boys. Oh, goodness.
Interesting. All the reasons they had to do that essentially went away with the ubiquity of cell phones.
Right. Yeah.
Because nobody has a landline anymore. Or very few people. And well, in the US, they changed the law last year that says the phone companies are no longer required to offer landlines.
Correct.
And voice over IP
Canada as well. Yeah, Canada as well. They do not have to. No, we're not. They're not mandated to do that in Canada anymore either.
Yeah.
Again, automatically, if you do want a phone line from the telecom, from our big, Bell Canada up here in Canada, you would be automatically a VoIP.
Yeah.
Voice over IP.
Yeah.
Phone.
Yeah, and I presume when they got rid of those, they got rid of the other things like you must provide a dial tone in 30 seconds or less.
That's a good question. I don't know that answer. So you can tell if it's off hook or not. Yeah, okay. I don't know that answer.
That used to be the law. They had to provide dial tone within 30 seconds or less.
Yeah.
Because I remember walking into our Centrex rooms on the IBM site here and lift up the floor tiles and see these giant battery systems to make sure we could provide dial tone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh yeah. The Centrex lines. Yeah. we annoyed Bell. We annoyed Bell when we started up. I'll do a quick story before we wrap it up for this week. Since everybody's been very quiet and patiently watching. Okay, so we'll do it. Why not? All right. So we're going to talk about, since you brought up Centrex, my first history with Centrex was co-founding and helping start up in the back end one of the first ISPs here in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
So our hunt group, and Pete will start laughing already. So our hunt group for our modem pool was Centrex lines. So,
geez.
Hershey, see, Hershey. You didn't even have to hear him. You didn't have to see the facials. You just heard him. You couldn't hold it in any longer. So there you go. So yes, so that was my modem pool, boys and girls. Why? Because guess what? There wasn't any other technology that I can give out one phone number and just give that one phone number, and hopefully you'll hit a modem.
Right.
Right. There was no other technology back then to do that. There's no VoIP. There was no IP, boys and girls, when I was doing that back then. I said first ISP. I wasn't kidding that there was only one internet provider in Canada that was not Bell that we could only get our internet pipe from. It was an American company, Canadian division. You know, that one that started the internet called UUNet?
Yep.
Let me show we had to get a UUNet Canada internet pipe. And Bell Canada went, what kind of data are you guys using on the Centrix lines? Oh, it's, modems. Oh, okay. And we got away with that for a little bit. And then all of a sudden we started taking down their, and Pete will start laughing at this. We started taking down their COs because of the amount of data that we're doing on the Centrix lines, because the Centrix lines were never made for data.
No.
Right?
No.
They were made for voice. So they were mad, very, very mad.
And remember, in our case, I'm using the generic term Centrix, not the
right.
Because remember, in those days, the IBM company owned Rome.
Right.
Right. So we had Rome systems installed everywhere. But the same thing, same problems.
Oh yeah, same problems. Absolutely. All right, Hershid, any last words before I wrap it up this week? Or Pete?
Nope.
Or Mr. Drinkwater, for that matter. You're still connected, Mr. Drinkwater, but you're enjoying us. That's good. Just like everybody on YouTube has been. That's good.
No last words, but wonderful Zoom Test Kitchen from earlier, and hopefully we get to figure out Zoom. What is it? 6.7.6 for Mac users and 6.7.5 for Windows users.
Yeah, that is still the current config. All right, Pete. So a busy week, Pete, coming up. Anything with the?
No, this has been a busy week for me. I did 3 nights of running Zoom events. So.
All right.
I had
cool.
I had a Zoom event last night with 300 people.
Good.
So a webinar, to be specific.
Nice. Webinar Plus or just regular webinar?
Just regular webinar. I'm still waiting for Liminal or Zoom to figure out their pricing structure, since they took away the lowest end. Plus, I'm really worried that I'm going to lose access to the Liminal tools here soon.
Yeah, you're still okay though, Pete. At this point.
At this point, I've got another month to go. My license expires in April.
Okay. Now, is that everybody that you know of, or is that just you?
Annual license.
Just for curiosity.
If everyone has that, remember they had that special deal, or it wasn't a special deal, but Andy made us aware of, if you go by the least, if you have a Webinar Plus account.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
You could buy
the PPA.
If you had a Business Pro account, you could buy the Webinar Plus minimal one, where it was like $100 a year.
Right.
It was a
which was the
charge. They took that away. It's not on.
The pay per attendee model.
At the lowest level, they took that away.
Right.
If our ladies and gentlemen out there, it's pay per attendees now basically events, and that's
Webinar Plus is also an events license. Essentially, it doesn't give you access to the studio, but it gives you access to all. It gave you access to all the liminal tools. But apparently, it was when John and who's the other master?
Ray.
We're talking 2 weeks ago that says this is a pure, somebody's trying to figure out why they even have that license conversation. And it's for people like me who are trying to push the technology forward. But this is all on my dime, guys. Right? I'm doing with the Boy Scouts. This is all on my dime. And I cannot justify a full-blown events license at God knows how many $1,000s a year.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And the tools with it, like you said, what is the Zoom testing?
That sounded like a challenge to me, Peter.
Uh-oh.
Can't afford it.
Uh-oh. Here comes, he came back.
I'm retired, John.
Yeah, but how many people do you want at your event?
Normally the max size I can expect is less than 500.
Okay. Well, that's quite a big number.
I know.
I mean, that's an impressive number. A lot of people would kill for 500 people to turn up to an event of theirs.
Yeah. Yeah.
In your case, I would do pay for if it's very rarely you're going to do something. I would go for a pay for attendee, and I would if you could get them to pay $2, you'd cover your costs.
Yeah. These are kids.
But even so kids, they got more money than the rest of us. They're paying $60, $70, $80 for their blasted phone that they're not supposed to be using. Yeah. They pay 3 times of that in McDonald's. A Happy Meal must be what, $5, $4 or $5? But I know what you mean. There's a big difference between free and a small donation.
Yeah.
And if you can get from the free to a small donation, then it comes worth it.
I suppose if I could figure out a way, maybe you could help me, John, offline, figure out what I have to do to
Okay, I can't say this on air, so I won't say this on air.
We're almost wrapping up, so if you want to say,
if you had a really good,
go
I'll say it on air because I'm feeling generous. If you had a really good reason why you had a special event that I could then take back to Zoom as a good example of how to do something, then I might be able to help you out with my license, because that's what I've been given as a challenge. So if you had a one-off event that you wanted to support,
well, I do
the show.
The event I did last night, as example, is once a quarter.
Right. Well, I can't promise to do it as an ongoing basis, but if you've got one event that you want to prove whether or not something's possible, and it's a large event, and you want to do, as you say, more technical things using a higher level of license than you have now, and you finding it difficult to justify, then maybe we could run an event as a sort of demonstration event on behalf of you and Zoom, and then we could just come back with the results of how it works, why it doesn't work, etc.
Yeah, because my alternative, to be quite honest with you, is just double down on Mimo Live's built-in Zoom capabilities.
Most of the people I talk to, I mean, I'm really impressed with your 500. Most of the people I speak to, and they say, "Oh, I can't justify this because of this and this and this." And I say, "Well, how many people are you going to get to your event?" And they will usually come up with, "Well, if we got 40 to 60 people, I'd be blown away." And for those people, they have an option that you don't have. You can buy a 100-seat license of Webinar Plus for just 1 month.
But that's just it. I can't right now.
No, you can. You can buy a 100-seat unlimited license for Zoom. What you can't buy is the pay-per-go. But if you're running with if you're a small business and you say, "Oh, I can only get 40 or 50 people, why would I buy Webinar Plus?" To them, I can say you can buy it for a month, unlimited use, and you could run 3 events in that month. And you had 50 people at each event, so you've had 150 people on a 100-seat license, because you can have anything up to 100 people per event, and you can run the full fat version of Zoom Webinars Plus, and then you can see whether it's justified, whether you get a better engagement, whether you get a better experience for the users, and then at the end of the month you decide, is it worth it or is it not worth it? If it's not worth it, you just cancel the subscription.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Just buy the
but you can't do that for the biggest sizes, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And that's why you're in that pay-per-view sort of ballpark. But the other way of doing it, Zoom won't like this either. I should have carried on doing my stuff and not got on it. But the other way of doing it is you have a 2-tier. Hershey, you have a lovely smile, dear boy. Is do a 2-tier event. You buy a 100-seat monthly license with Zoom, and you get your VIPs to pay a little VIP fee or something like that, or you get them subsidized for a VIP, and they come into the event, and you can have up to 90 odd of them, and then you live stream it to
You pipe it into the other meeting, yeah.
live stream it into another meeting, or live stream it into a private link on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the other option. And that way you get the VIPs get the VIP experience, which you can probably charge them for. And the VIP experience then means it will look really good. And with the VIP experience, if you use Webinars Plus, you go up to that level, which you might as well just for 1 month. You've also got Production Studio with all the tools. So you can then make sure that what you stream out is a Production Studio version of the experience.
Yeah, there's a little bit of controversy that Webinars Plus doesn't have Production Studio. It does. So even if you had,
in fact, you get 3 levels, don't you? You get 3 levels of people, because you get the people on the webinar who are on the panelists. You get the people on the webinar who are the attendees, and then you get the people who are watching it through some streaming, which could be, could be an unlisted YouTube channel. Are you not going to get? I don't see how you're going to get any problems. I mean, you obviously got to work out your privacy issues, but you're not going to get really many problems just streaming out to a YouTube unlisted for an event like you're talking about.
Right.
And if you want, and if it needs to be behind a paywall or behind an authentication, again, YouTube can be embedded in any web page. So you could always embed the player unlisted.
Yeah.
Right. And do it that way. And on top of that too, if you do, let's say you don't do the VIP scenario, but you do have the 100 seat events license. Once you get up to that 100, again, there's the capability of rollover that automatically, if somebody is 101, because Johnny, correct me if I'm wrong, you can actually invite more than 100, even though you have 100.
You can set the license to invite more than 100, but only 100 can get in.
Right.
And then the automatic failover is you'd be sent to a YouTube channel.
Right.
Yeah.
I've done
but
that.
Also that 100, the other thing is that 100, you might not want to consider them as VIP, but that 100 people in the room are going to be able to interact. So if you've got a group of people that you want to have discussions with and workshop with, that 100 can be that part of that group, because obviously they're in Zoom, so they can, they can put into chat, they can do Q&A, you can turn on their microphones if they need to speak. I'll give you another example of another thing which I'm hoping that, I'm pretty certain that Zoom are quite happy with. So I'm running actually I'm running 2, because it turned out there was 2 in the group. But I'm running 2 district council meetings for Toastmasters International. Now this is like our official once a year parliament meeting of all the officials in a district, and they have to vote on what's going to happen next year, and people have to be voted in, and it's all very very dry in a way compared to normal Toastmasters meeting, because it's all the business side of the organization you have to do once a year. So we're going to run that in 2 webinars. One webinar where all the parliamentarians and all the district leaders will be, because they have to be able to raise questions, they have to vote, they have to have lots of rules that they have to be able to obey. But we need a public gallery, so we're putting the public gallery in a separate Zoom, so that they can't turn on their microphones, they can't raise anything, they can't be part of the audience that are voting, because they're physically in a separate Zoom. And then I'm just streaming from one to the other.
I've done that. I've done a trick like that too, John. I didn't mean to belittle it. It's not a trick. It's an
but it is a trick. It is a trick, because you have this problem that you've got the 2 groups you've got these 2 audiences who have to behave under certain rules. And there'll be, hell to pay, as my mum would say. It'll be a disaster if somebody who's not supposed to vote votes, and then you've got it's all supposed to be anonymous. So if we've got the ability of the wrong person to be in the wrong room and then they vote, they could ruin the whole system.
Yeah.
So it's really important, and I think I know it's a good example because I've spoken to other groups. There are certain times when these sorts of organisations need to get together, and again, if they're paying for it, it's only going to cost them about £2 a person. So it's not horrendously expensive if we can show it's a secure way of doing it online. And let's be honest, doing it online through Zoom, when you're talking about a European Toastmasters group who therefore are spread across multiple countries.
Yeah.
If you can prove to them that they can do it properly and safely in that online environment, rather than the cost, expense, and organization of having to get them all to fly into one country and then hire a venue for it, then it suddenly becomes they were forced to do it over COVID. Now it's starting to be quite a sensible solution, even when COVID is not around.
Yep, agreed. So I will think about your suggestion, John, and we'll figure out how to connect some more on that subject. My next one isn't until June-ish to worry about. So
it's yeah. Zoom is an expense, but it's not very expensive compared to other stuff. But there's a really big difference between doing stuff for free and then doing something for a charge. And it's getting over that little hill of understanding why it's worth doing it and then comparing what the alternatives are. Because frankly, Zoom Webinars Plus is a really good platform.
True.
And we just need to help people to find ways to make it cost effective.
Well, and there are some financial logistics hoops that I would have to go through.
Yeah. And that's why it's the chicken and egg. You've got to be able to prove that this type of environment works.
No, it's not a prove it this type where
no, I mean not to you, but the audience that might be paying for it need to understand.
That's not even the question.
Okay.
That's not even the question. It's I could collect the money. I have no doubt I could get a couple of bucks out of it. This is going to, and I'm sure this will apply to everyone on this call. It will show up as income to me, as opposed, I mean, I'd have to, for all practical purposes in the US, I'd have to set up a 501(c), a tax exempt organization that I could personally collect the money. Because remember, up to now, I've been paying for all this all out of my own pocket, but I don't want to get hit with a tax bill because I was collecting money that the IRS expects its fair share of.
Yes, but the organization, I don't know if you really want to mention them, but the organizations you're talking about have finances, so they could buy the license for you for their use if it's just going to be for this particular event.
Well, I am almost positive they could. Will they? Different conversation.
Again, it's one of those, again, it goes back to what John is talking about. It might have to be then, I've been footing the bill for this, guys. I hope you realize that. But really, if you want me to continue doing this, it's getting a little expensive for me. You might have to contemplate, because again, Zoom is not going to get any cheaper as they keep adding features, right? So
I've been sponsoring some stuff with my Toastmasters Club personally on my account and paying for some of their stuff. And it was really weird because I turned around and said, look, guys, I've been paying for this for 2 years. And they looked a bit shocked and they said, oh, we can't afford it. How much is it? And of course, when I told them how much it was, I went, oh, is that all?
Yeah.
Their perception was it was going to be hundreds of pounds.
Yeah.
And it was a business account. So, you can get 300 people. That's another trick. Remember, Peter? You can get 300 people in a room for a business account for a month for 15 quid, $15.
Well, I mean, I have 2 business pro accounts I pay for. Right. So yes, I know that. But I guess the other thing I'm fighting, which is, annoying as all get out, is if we'll say the parent organization being a good E5 Office 365 user, guess what their preferred internally? The professionals.
I don't know. Are they a good team?
Yeah.
But that's the other option.
Teams plug into Zoom.
Correct. Exactly. Run a Zoom event, and then plug in Teams and they can all watch it on Teams, and you have all the important people in your Zoom account, and you have all the people that don't want to pay for it in the Teams account.
Yeah, that's very Robert Zibidetti.
Yeah.
He's done that numerous times, as he's told us here on the Zoom Test Kitchen.
We haven't seen him for a while.
I don't know. Hopefully he's doing good. Robert, if you're watching us or watching this archive, come back. We miss you. We want updates. We want to know what's going on.
But I know.
On that note, yeah, go Pete. Sorry.
I need to bail, if for no other reason that my dog is standing here looking like I really do need to go out.
Mm-hmm.
And
I really.
There's a tree that's missing in me.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
it's back to, as I tell people, I ignore he's a 65-pound dog. I ignore him at my carpet's peril.
Fair.
So I will let you guys go.
Take care.
Good
John,
seeing you.
I will reach out to you somehow. We could talk about.
Sure.
Talk to you later.
Of course.
Bye.
All right. Take care, Pete. All right. On that note, and everybody's still watching us on YouTube, and I'm so impressed with everybody still watching us.
13
that is
people,
impressive.
14. How many got numbers? What numbers?
Yeah, we got 11 watching us.
Okay.
Hershey.
Okay. Well,
Look at that, eh?
Yeah.
Isn't that cool? On that note, it's karaoke time, boys and girls. Yes. Let's do it. Enjoy.
Peep ho.
John, you may add live if you feel so inclined.
I don't think I can do her voice. Live.
Every Friday we're on air, testing tech to thrive. From screen share to breakout rooms, we push Zoom to its max. So sit back, relax, and let's see what's in our tech hacks. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. We'll dive into the settings, explore every single tab. Make sure your mic is clear, your camera not a drab. We'll show you how to host like a pro, manage like a king. With Zoom Test Kitchen, you'll be zooming with a zing. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. Whether you're new to Zoom or an expert in disguise, we've got tips and tricks, we'll open up your eyes. From polls to quizzes, we test functionalities. Join us live, see what Zoom does with these. So if your meetings lag, or you can't share your screen, or if your audio echoes like you're stuck in between, we've got solutions, we'll show you how it's done. Zoom Test Kitchen, where Zoom fun has begun. Zooming in, we're testing it all. Live on YouTube each week. From audio to video, no feature we won't tweak. We're the Zoom Test Kitchen crew, here to innovate. Join the fun, learn the tech, don't be late. So tune in, don't miss out on this tech fest we lead. Every Friday, Zoom Test Kitchen, where you'll succeed. We'll make your Zoom meeting smooth. Keep the tech in check. In the Zoom Test Kitchen, we've got your back. No
Big finish. Everybody. All right. And we didn't wreck anything, or did we? That's a good question. And if you've been here, we've been broadcasting. So we didn't necessarily wreck anything. But on that note, thanks everyone for joining us this week on the Zoom Test Kitchen. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel to let YouTube know, and that also lets Zoom know. So that's important, how much you love our content. We're here every Friday from 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific, and ask John Drinkwater what it is out there in the UK land, and check your local listings for the time to match up to those zones. See everyone next week for another grazing, and edition on an interesting edition. There's the words of the Zoom Test Kitchen. Take care, everyone on YouTube. See you next week.
Bye-bye.